a tough break there. And hopefully, like you say, we'll see him back here tomorrow. So fans, will get our weight transfer machine all set, ready to go over there on the ball side, as we will get ready for our 10,000-pound pro stock class. Will be up next. And a good field. I think we've got 18 signed in for competition here tonight. Of course, presented by Lemke Motorsports here once again in 2025. So we thank them for their sponsorship of the pro stocks.
Keith Powell, American Chaos.
You don't see too many super farms out of California, but there's one of the toughest right there.
That one there was built by the Blackburns down there in Cuba City, and Josh has been campaigning it last couple of years on the Badger State Circuit. Ended up, I think, second in points last year with it, or right up in the top three anyway. Was fighting for the lead in the point circuit at one point in time, and now Keith flies in and runs the tractor and then kind of leaves it here in Wisconsin. 289.38, 289.38, your leader still.
Mike, excited to see the little Dominator on top, and you said it even drove itself back to the pits tonight, so that's a lot to be excited about tonight.
Yes, the little tractor has been coming around really good here the last year or so. Lance Blackerby, I owe it all to him for getting the motor all lined out. I just maintain it and drive it, so I'm tickled to death.
I was going to say, you said it was really fun out there too. It was a nice fast pass.
Yes, it came off the line really good. I didn't have to back out of it. Don Slama builds a really good track, so once we got her spinning, we just opened her up and poured the coals to her.
Love it for you and your team. I'm glad Michelle got to make it this weekend and she wasn't home farming.
Yeah, she's been home working and hauling grain and spraying, so I keep her busy back home.
With the Badger State Tractor Pullers, and the last year he ran full season of the Pro Pulling League, he was second in points 4 years ago.
Yeah, kind of concentrating on the Badger State Circuit, doesn't do as much traveling, but you're pretty familiar with that tractor, aren't you, Don? Haven't you driven this ride?
I drove it
Yes.
once, yeah, a couple years ago down in Monroe, the last Badger State hook. He won the points championship, told me to bring my fire suit with. He did a great job setting it up and gave me the insight, and we had to get it done, and by golly, we got a little luck riding on us. We won. Nice pass for all cranked up. Definitely going to shake up the order a bit. Good run for Jason Vinny out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin. On the pro stock side, going to be Craig Ladwig out of Cascade, Wisconsin. The only Fendt pro stock in the United States. Lining up over here. 10,000-pound pro stock, run component chassis, 680 cubic inch. One turbocharger on board, unlimited size charger. They run right around a 6-inch turbocharger on them, in and out, through an intercooler, back through 24.5 tires. These tractors knocking on the door of 5,000 horse, turning about 6,000, 6,500 RPM when they come off the line.
Oh, putting the weight on him here tonight, fans. Let's give him a nice round of applause, Craig Ladwig. And that Fendt, good running machine right there.
Optima Batteries Bunkart sled got them loaded for bear. Look, they only got one spot empty there, not reserved in the weight box. That's a lot of blocks in there.
Yeah, so of course that sled empty, weighing about 34,000 pounds, and we'll add those 2,000-pound blocks. So we're up around that 60,000-pound mark over there on that ball diamond side for the Pro Stocks here tonight. That's what it takes when you got to stop 5,000 horsepower.
And 18 of them in the class. 316.15 for Jason Vinny. 316.15. Out of Dorr, Michigan, going to be Jody Schandorf with Risky Business. John Deere backing up to the sled on Super Farm side.
All right, fans, so distance for Craig Ladwig. Never give it up. Cascade, Wisconsin, 279 and 64 will be the distance. 279 and 64. We'll let you know whether or not he's going to take that run and whether or not the officials are happy with that sled setting. So we'll let you know.
What a beautiful night, Dan, and thank all you fans for coming out. Boy, a nice breeze, warm summer night here in Wisconsin. Doesn't get any better than this. Don't forget to stick around, fans, for this spicy Thai band. Show your wristband and go over there and after the pull and enjoy the music.
Yeah, you just never know. You get 80, 90 degrees up here, and then you get 40 sometimes. So you just never know, but come prepared. I think this weekend we're supposed to have high 80s all weekend here. So, yeah, come prepared for that. Make sure you stay well hydrated throughout the day. When you come out early, spend the day with us. Come out, check out the pit area nice and early.
Noon. Tomorrow is the afternoon session, and then 6 o'clock sharp. Tomorrow night we'll be taking off again for the last session here for the bell buckles tomorrow night.
All right, John, over here on the Super Farm side, we got an interesting ride, the Risky Business. Seen this tractor out at a couple of events this year. Comes out of the Slama shops.
Tractor hailing from Dorr, Michigan.
Now the Schandorf family are running this tractor, and Don and Krupp have kind of put an engine in this deal and been running out on the NTPA circuit here for most of the 2025. And good to see them make their way here up to Hillsboro.
So James, Don's son, who's running a lead scraper tractor over there, he's the one that does a lot of the wrenching, or most of the wrenching, and dynoing. They have their own dyno and everything right here in Hillsboro at their shop.
Oh, yeah. You better bring that horsepower tonight.
And they run the other circuit. They don't run intercoolers on the Super Farm. So that's the difference between that circuit and this one here, is they don't run intercooler. And that's probably 150, 200 horse at times. But now with the newer style chargers and fuel pumps, they're pretty close. Originally it was a good couple of hundred horse, but they're definitely closer nowadays than what they were. $298.72 for Jody Schandorf. Your leader is still a Saturday Night Hooker at $331 and change. Second thus far, still the Fritz Brothers with Twisted Deer. Sitting in the third is the Gold Rush of Dan Cassinson thus far, all unofficial. Up next, going to be the Positive Crown International 88 series of Chuck Genterberg out of Rio, Wisconsin. Past national champion with the Pro Pulling League.
I got our winner of the lightweight super stock class down here, Mike Novinger out of Missouri with the little Dominator deer. Mike Novinger, congratulations. You're champion here at the Hillsboro Charity Pull. You said this is your first win.
With that tractor, yeah. Well, I got first at Illinois State Hook there last Saturday night. But, the competition's a little tougher here with the PPL boys. And Want to thank Don Slama for building a heck of a track, all his crew, and everybody that comes out and watch these tractor pulls, because if you guys don't come, we stay at home.
Yeah, and I got to rephrase that. This is your first win at the Hillsboro charity poll. Last year you finished second and third, you told me.
Yes, we really did good last year, too. I was kind of amazed, but we like coming up here.
And we like having you. And you got 2 more tractors at home that you're working on getting rounded up?
Yeah, we've got a couple heavy supers, but they've been broke down for about 6 months, and hopefully by next year we'll have the heavy supers out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, congratulations on moving up 1 more spot here at the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull, Mike.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Your champion, Mike Novinger, out of Missouri, the Little Dominator deer.
All right, always great to see a competitor pick up their first ever PPL Champions Tour win, and congratulations, Mike Novinger, as he will do that in the lightweight super stocks. As we go back pro stock side, Brandon Simon going to be doing the driving here, the injected funds here of his teammate Brent Meyer.
He moved the sled way over to the right, Dan.
Yeah, he's taking a shot here. Is he going to go crossways? We're going to find out here real quick. Yeah, drove it down that right-hand chalk line here tonight, fans. A good run, the injected funds for Brandon Simon. Now, last weekend out on the circuit there, Brent Meyer had some issues with that tractor, got a couple pistons with it, so they had it in the shop earlier this week and making its first run here since they got it repaired. So 3:02 even will be the distance for Brandon Simon. 3:02 even for Brandon Simon.
Chuck Genterberg out of Rio, Positive Ground International on Super Farm side.
Well, he looks like he drove that right where he told me he was going to drive it down there when I talked to him a little bit earlier. Run that little center on the left-hand side. We got our second place winner from our lightweight super stock class here. We got Brian Haug on the Big Temptation. Congratulations on your fine second place finish tonight. And your brother won with that tractor down at the Stevenson County Fair in Freeport. You guys, I believe, are leading the points for the Champions Tour this year.
Yeah, we're leading. He got Brother Dale drove it last 2 times down at Freeport and Goshen and got first at both places. So we were on a roll there. But I'd like to thank my brother. He sharpened tires this week. It's kind of a family deal because everybody does what everybody knows how to do, and we get everything together, and we're gonna see what we can do tomorrow afternoon and finish up in Mexico. Hopefully we can keep the gremlins away this year.
Yeah, you guys almost won the national champion. Was that last year or the year before when you broke the rear end out here?
Last year, the last hook of the year, we had the points lead up to that point, and one planetary quit on us, and it happened a few years ago in Wheatland, Missouri, when the rear end went out. So we've been close awful lot, but never quite got there yet.
Yeah, well, hopefully this year is the year that you guys put it over the hump. And I got a kick out of your crew down at Freeport, which was up on the stage with me, and they said you guys are on the Temptation vacation.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was that week, was the Temptation vacation.
Yeah, anybody else you want to thank?
Thank all the sponsors, the Liking Village Food sponsorship for the second place trophy, and the whole crew here at Hillsboro put on an excellent pull, and all you fans for coming out and watching us.
All right. Thank you very much, Brian, and good luck tomorrow. Let's see if we can salt away that championship this year.
Thank you.
All right, runner-up here, lightweight superstocks, the Temptation team, Brian Howell out of Centralia, Kansas.
All right, so we will see. Just a couple more hooks to go in that lightweight superstock class. The case from Kansas take home that championship. As we go back pro stock side, it looks like we got Clint Metting doing the driving of the bull wagon. John Deere 6030 out of Nordheim, Texas.
I think he's saying something to you, Dan.
He's not a Bills fan. Oh, yeah, fans, we're going to have ourselves a new leader. Clint Metting, the bull wagon out of Texas. Right down that right-hand chalk line. Good run.
LG Newsom Lumber sponsoring the Super Farm tractors here tonight. And Premier Insurance sponsoring the 10,000-pound Pro Stocks. 316.79 was Chuck Kenterberg with a positive ground. And now we're going to take a look at the Screamin' Norwegian out of Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, driven by Sean Boyd.
All right, fans, pro stock side, distance for the bull wagon, Clint Metting, 3:19.02, new leader. So he's going to get it done. They're stretching it out, John.
He followed Brandon's line right there on the right-hand side of the track, didn't shy from it at all, just stayed right on that chalk line and run it right down through there. And just like we talked about earlier, you said Super Farm on the far left, and on the other side I said far right.
Far right,
They went right over there.
So a great run there for Clint Metting doing the driving in the bull wagon here tonight. And we're not done yet. We got a whole big field of pro stocks coming your way.
Sean Boyd, the Screamin' Norwegian out of Cottage Grove. Nice pass for Sean Boyd.
Yeah, John, another tractor you've had the opportunity, but you're quite the hired gun here in Super Farm.
I got the opportunity to drive the tractor last weekend. Yes, it was amazing. I lost my wife in 2024 in Punky Score. I've been a great family friend for a long time. I originally helped build that tractor when it came out brand new, and he promised my wife she could drive it at Utica Festival. And after I lost my wife, she didn't get the chance to do it, so he let me take her place last weekend. And out of a good crop of Super Farms at Utica Fest, I was last hook, and I took her to the winner's circle. I think she was riding with. That was a lot of fun. $315.29.
All right, fans, so the first of the two coach tractors out of Dubuque, Iowa. And, John, you know how many different pro stocks are in Dubuque County, Iowa?
There's a lot. Out of all the metropolises in the United States, per capita, there's the most pro stocks is hovered in that area.
Tried to get the answer from RJ, but just didn't have a consistent answer because it's always constantly changing, I think, right?
Yeah, well, the Simons, they buy, sell, work, and then, trade this, get that, and then, then you got Jason Round's got a few, the Coates got a couple, and, yeah, so it's hard to go over there and count.
Yeah, they're constantly moving. Yeah, Badger State tractor. Where's our Badger State fans here tonight? Come on, let's cheer them on. Yeah, they're running tough.
315.29 for Sean Boyd, the Screamin' Norwegian. 315.29. Up next, the homegrown, going to be Tyler Salama doing the driving out of Hillsboro here. This is a Badger State tractor. And this tractor here has got a little slip seat going on.
Yeah, the Super Farm class and also the Pro Stock class, they are co-sanctioned with the Badger State tractor pullers. So the Badger State guys that are running for points, they're all here also chasing points in their series too on the Badger State circuit. So we got some pretty good numbers.
Trip Downing must be busy with the farming, probably harvesting mint right about now this time of year. So it's probably why he's not here, and they put Tyler in it to run it tonight.
Yeah, and he's got some of that good DeLong fertilizer on that mint too, because I hauled a load out to him in the spring.
All right, fans, distance for Ryan Coates, 3:32.32, new leader. So we are just stretching it out there.
Yeah, Ryan's coming off a big win 1 week ago, or a little less than a week ago at the Joe Davis County Fair at a nice class of 10 Pro Stocks on the Badger State circuit.
Nice run for Tyler. Looks like he had his hands full there about 250-foot mark.
Yeah, I got to correct myself too. That was his brother Brandon that won last Friday night. Ryan won it. Where'd he win at? Monroe? Yeah, I think he won at Monroe. Them boys have been tearing it up. The Colts boys, Ryan and Brandon.
All right, where's all our folks from Meristem Crop Performance? Come on, let's cheer. Let's hear you. Yeah, there they are over there on the far side, enjoying a great night. Pulling action.
Over there with Langer Farms. Egg over there too, so Langer Farms, stand up and be counted. Good night here tonight in Hillsboro. The distance for Tyler Salama, 316.98 with the homegrown, 316.98 on the Super Farm side. Gonna be Shane Maston up next with the Thumpin' Pumpkin out of Niles, Michigan, the egg co-tractor.
All right, Pro Stock side, we should have Andrew Vorwald, Scotts Grove, Iowa, with the No Limit tractor. Now, this is one of the Jason Round tractors. He'll have 3 in the competition here tonight. And boy, they are runners.
Andrew and his brother, they do a lot of work over there. They have their own tractors. These guys here go to, I don't know how many tractor pulls a summer, but his brother is the president of East Central Iowa Club. They run a couple of hot stocks and hot farm basically style tractors over there with them guys. So they're constantly working on those, and Jason Round's tractors running them on the Badger State circuit.
And of course, Andrew, a winner here back in 2023 with one of the tractors. Knows how to get it done, fans. Let's see if he can do it here tonight. Right now, the mark to beat, 3:32 and 32, 332.32. That's our high water mark. Now, John looked like he was a little bit off of that right-hand chalk line, then kind of worked his way back towards at the end of his run there. Kind of an interesting groove there we saw with, our current leader, Mr. Coates. He went, he was a little bit about, I'd say, 3-4 feet off that chalk line and kept it there the whole run.
We're going to see things kind of, once you build a road, you use it a few times, it kind of goes away. So I'm thinking we're going to see some guys moving that sled around there, trying something different now that they've seen him make that pass.
Yeah, we talked to Shane Maston a little bit earlier with the Thumpkin Pumpkin. Now he's getting a shot at the sled, and he kind of looked things over, and he's got her pretty well planted over here on the left-hand side of the track. I don't know if you guys realize how close Tyler Salama came to the sideline here. He was inches.
About the 250 mark, yeah, he hit the brake pretty good, made a right-hand turn. Tyler did.
Now Shane Masson comes in here leading the points heading for the national championship with 3 hooks to go, including this one right here. I asked him if he's points pulling or how he's going to do it. He said good runs from A to B is what he's after.
All right, fans, over on the Pro Stock side, distance for Andrew Vorwald, 312.14, 312.14. No limit here tonight. Well, looks like the Pumpkin ain't going to get it done here tonight, but good points run for him. He'll be in the mix.
Kind of having a hard time staying tight to that left-hand side. You notice they've been getting really close. They've been drifting over from that towards the end of the run. The leader, Dan, from the beginning there, he's still way over on this left-hand side where he finished, and that's where the lead is at 3:31 and change. Pro stock side going to be the Molitor family. Jason Molitor doing the driving of the red Cadillac out of Lena, Illinois.
Hey, John, what is our top three in Super Farm thus far?
Top three, right after that, 317.63 for Shane Masson. Top three thus far is Dan Park with the Saturday Night Hooker sitting number one at 3:31 and change. Number two, Corey Fritz, Twisted Deer at 3:21. And number three is the Gold Rush of Dan Castenson, and that is your top three with about a handful of Super Farms to go.
And am I correct? Them top three came out of the first three hooks of the class?
First three hooks, yes it is, yep.
How about that?
Next up on Super Farm will be Brian Barman out of Middleton, Wisconsin. His international called Hooked Up.
All right, looks like about ready to go over on the pro stock side. Jason Molitor, that red Cadillac. International trying to chase down these John Deeres. Looks like Jason Rao will be up next. He'll be followed by Greg Elsing with that T8 Tomcat, the New Holland, sitting back there. International fans tonight. Yeah. Great run for the red Cadillac. Right now the mark to beat 3:32 and 32, and he is going to be knocking on the door. Yeah, fans, he goes 3:34.20, your new leader. So great run for the International. 3:34 and 20. And we'll keep moving out that lead distance marker over on the pro stock side.
A little adjustment with the order here, and I was wrong. I stand corrected here. We had 3:01 on there. It's kind of well, anyway. So your leader right now, Super Farm, is the Twisted Deer of Corey Fritz at 3:21 and change. Sitting number two is Dan Castenson at 3:20. And in the third spot, all unofficial right now, is Shane Maston. Pumpkin is sitting in the third spot. And coming up next here, Brian Barman with the Hooked Up International out of Middleton. Nice run for Brian Barman, and he stayed closer to this left-hand side, about the same line that Corey Fritz was running.
All right, fans, a new leader in our Alenti Motorsports Pro Stock class here tonight, as Jason Molitor, our current leader at 3:34.20. We've got Ryan Coates sitting in that number 2 spot with Dealing Fire at 332.32. And rounding out the top 3 currently is Clint Metting with the Bullwagon at 319.02.
.312.15 for Brian Barman, 312.15. Up next, hometown girl, Tori Salama, doing the driving out of Hillsboro, the Fast and the Furious Super Farm. Where's all the ladies here tonight? Let her hear you, huh? Come on. She'll be coming out with the Fast and the Furious.
All right, looks like we've got Jason Round up next here with his pro stock. He's going to be running 2 of them here tonight. First of 2 entries we'll see for Jason Round. Very, very strong runner on the Badger State circuit.
You're running this one, and then this is no limit, right? High limit, and then he'll be running the Industrial Force later on in the class.
Once again, fans out of Farley, Iowa.
The pro stock capital of the United States.
Whoa! Jason going to work this left side. And wow, just like that. We're working that right side of the track, and Jason says, hey, let's cross-track and see what's going to happen. And I think we're going to move out that lead distance marker a little bit further. Great run there for the high limit John Deere. Now 334.20, the mark to beat here. 334.20, and Jason Round comes in at 330.81, just shy, fans, 330.81. We'll put him in that number 3 spot. Looks like 330.81 for Jason Round.
Well, you see how far they got the timing advance on the fuel pumps, Dan? You about kill the motor and it gets a whole big flame out that pipe or some raw fuel in the old diesels.
It's gotten to the point where these pullers, they need to keep their visors down, because we've seen a couple of them get scorched a little bit there as they made their way off the track. So,
yeah, you like your eyebrows, you better close your visor. Here we go, hometown girl. Ladies, you can do better than that. Let's hear you, ladies, for Tori. Don Salama, her grandpa, standing on the side, giving her some last few instructions for the Fast and the Furious as she drives it here tonight. No stranger to the seat that she's driven before. And the hardest pull to win, Dan, is the one at home, but let's see if we can get her done and get her down there tonight.
I think on her second trip down the track on this thing, she won the Scheid Diesel Extravaganza a couple years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tori tried a little cross-track action too as she went over towards the just right of center, started off on the left. Trying a new line to find some new fresh ground. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a round of applause right now.
All right, so Greg Elsig up next here, the TA Tomcat, the man that runs the Badger State. Mr. Elsig, for how many years he's done that, and boy, what an organization.
Once you get past 25, they quit counting, I guess. He's passing. He's in the senior citizen discount area of the presidency.
He can't get out now. He's too far in, too far in, too deep, right?
He's stuck. 299.51 for Tori Slama, 299.51.
So the TA Tomcat, Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. Our next puller up here in Pro Stock competition. Once again, 334.20, the mark to beat. Jason Molitor, that red Cadillac, leading the way here.
Greg Elsing just getting back on track. He'd been broke down for a couple of pulls, I believe.
Yeah, ended up taking turbocharger out here, and they had the motor tore down. They got her all cleaned up. New turbocharger on it. Just got it put back together. This will be the first pass on the T8 Tomcat. The engine all freshened up.
Oh, how about that? New Holland fans, yeah.
Sponsored by Hennessy Implements out of Dodgeville.
A fresh motor will do wonders.
Yes. This far into the season, yeah, it does wonders.
Yes, it does. Lemke Motorsports sponsored. The engine underneath there is one of the sponsors here at the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull.
And looks like we got a lot of liquid out the bottom there. Hopefully nothing too serious there. Maybe just some water, hopefully. Hopefully not a lot of oil. They're bringing over the Speedy Dry over there, but fans and numbers come in here for Greg Elsing. 349.30, new leader.
That's just a little bit of a line that loosened up. They'll be good to go. Up next, out of Fort Branch, Indiana International, going to be Brett Weber. Never say never. About three to go, Super Farm. 3 to go, Super Farm. And Corey Fritz still holding the lead at 3:21 and change.
Oh my goodness. Hey, John and Dan, I got to tell you, down here, Greg Elsing's run that just put him in the lead. A whole bunch of oil on the track, and as they pull him out, there's oil running out of the tractor. I'm looking for parts hanging out. They come up and they show me the oil plug fell out of the oil pan.
Brett Weber, never say never, taking a different line. Well, I wonder who's got the checklist that was supposed to tighten that up.
Yeah, Stacy, find out who was supposed to tighten that oil plug tonight.
I already asked that, and it's Avery that was supposed to tighten that oil plug, and he said he was in charge of tightening up all the turbo bolts, and he said that held.
Must have been Emily. Emily's job.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Oh boy, I was really concerned as they were pulling him off. You know, oil's just running out of the thing, and I'm like, oh man, I'm trying to look and see if there's any connecting rods hanging out of it or something. No, the oil plug, and they found it right on the track. So, yeah, you know how you pull on a track that has a demolition derby on it, and you always find an auto scrap? Well, we found an oil plug. And we got James Slama down here in our hazmat crew going to clean this mess up.
283.20 for Never Say Never. 283.20. And I do believe the Wicked Whitetail should be the next competitor in Super Farm. Jeremy Roberts out of Sullivan, Indiana, as they got it kind of switched up here in the markings.
Did Greg Elsing take the lead by 14 feet?
Yeah, it was a large margin.
Yes, he did, yes.
Wow.
Just about 15 feet, actually. Yeah, 349 and 30, Stacy. 349 and 30. As we take a look at the leaderboard at the end of the track, we'll put the red Cadillac in that number 2 spot, and then dealing with fire, Ryan Coates in that number 3 spot here currently in our great class of pros here tonight.
We want to thank Nathan Bula Farms, Ukuch Dairy, Runa Ingredients, Poverty Ranch, Ray Zabo and Sons, Rudy Jensen, Salem Ridge Flooring, Shai Diesel, Scott Zerza, Sleepy Hollow, Wegner Farms, Mike and Brenda Wegner, Whispering Pines Precisions, LLC, Wagon Farms, also Alan Fanta, Brandon Bodenstein, Dave Erie, Don's Tire, and in memory of Wayne Schlemoff, Land O'Lakes, some of the great sponsors helping out here for the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull 2025. It is the Wicked Whitetail, Jeremy Roberts, Sullivan, Indiana, next competitor, Super Farm. We got 2 to go. 2 more bullets to dodge for the Fritz brothers, who hold the lead at 3:21 and change.
Once again, fans, all kinds of goodies available here at the Hillsboro Charity Pull. I see they're bringing around ice cream floats right now on the pit side here, so make sure you get out there and help support these folks. Got some great goodies here and all kinds of things here, both sides of the grandstands here all weekend long.
Jeremy Roberts crossing it up, trying a new direct connect line. Yet to see someone start on the right and finish on the left over here yet, Dan.
Yeah, that's coming. We got the minis coming up next over on this track, and they'll try every which way down that track, no doubt.
Oh, look who's coming, the Rat.
Yeah, no doubt. Kevin Masterson with the River Rat. Now he's going to be piloting both tractors here tonight. He'll be on the River Rat as well as the Tinker Toy here tonight. We'll see if he's going to change it up tomorrow, but as of right now, going to run both of these tractors here tonight.
.22 for the Wicked Whitetail. 300.22 with one more Super Farm to go as we round out our Super Farm class here tonight at the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull.
All right, here we go, fans. A tractor that needs no introduction. A pro stock bullet, Kevin Masterson, piling in the River Rat. Many-time points champion here with this John Deere 6030. Once again, he's going to spot that sled over on the right side. Is he going to hug that right sideline, or is he going to take it across the track? We're going to find out here real quick. Out of Southern Indiana, Kevin Masterson, currently sitting number 4. Now the Rat missed a couple events throughout the summer. They actually had some engine trouble on the dyno with it and had to miss a couple of events. So they've got things back together. They're ready to go here tonight. The River Rat out of Grandview, Indiana. Gonna be close over there on the right-hand sideline. Now we saw Jason Round try over on the left side. And came up a few feet short here. Let's see what Kevin Masterson has got for us here tonight with that River Rat. Now remember, he'll be coming out at the bottom of the field with his second tractor, the Tinker Toy.
Last tractor in the Super Farm coming out of Francisco, Indiana. The high maintenance Case IH driven by Josh Miley, another past points champion in this class. So one more bullet to dodge for the Twisted Deer. The Corey Fritz lead is 321.41. The Gold Rush sitting in second at 320.12. And I do believe it's still Shane Maston, Thumpkin Pumpkin at 317 is your third place currently with 1 to go.
All right, fans, so distance for Kevin Masterson with the River at 329 and 42, 329 and 42. We'll put him in that number 5 spot. Yeah, good run there for Josh Miley down that left side. Tried to keep it over there on the left side. Kind of wanted to drift out a little bit on him.
One more actually to go. Is just found out from trackside that Dan Vinny had dropped his hook, and he's coming back last in the class. So Dan Vinny had dropped and coming back last in the class. $319.17 for Josh Miley, and that bumps him into the third spot with 1 to go. Dan Vinny coming back. I just found out that he had dropped and come back. So all right, 50-50 raffle is up to $1,000 currently.
All right, let's double, triple that. Come on, folks.
And we're also doing a half pallet of beer tonight raffle. So tickets are $20 a piece. Got to get them bought up. Industrial Force, Jason Round, Farley, Iowa.
Oh, Jason Round, that Industrial Force John Deere. What do you think, fans? Did he do it? Yeah, it's going to be close. 349.30, the mark to beat here. 349.30. Kind of a wicked angle we're at here. Kind of hard to tell.
Dan Castenson, the Gold Rush, coming back. He dropped his first hook. I just found that out here. So he was sitting at 320 and change. He was in the number 2 spot, and he dropped that to come back. So let's see if he can reclaim that.
Well, fans, as you can see on the board, yes, he did it. 350.96, new leader. So John Deere goes back into that number 1 spot over on the Pro Stock side. as we're starting to wind it down. Just a handful of pro stocks left to go. So taking a look here at our lineup, looks like we should have Dustin Hook with the Playing Hooky. John Deere will be followed by Randy Maroon with the Tool ×2. And then we got Brandon Coates fueling the fire.
John, what distance did he turn down as test puller? I'm curious.
Well, he had 320.12, and I didn't find out till late here that he had dropped it. He just went 313.81, so 7 foot short from where he was.
Ouch.
Oops.
That's like walking barefoot and stubbing your toe on the coffee table. It hurts.
All right, fans, pro stock side, we should have Dustin Hook, Thompson, Illinois, the Playing Hooky, John Deere. Randy Baru following with the Tool ×2, and then Brandon Coates fueling the fire. Our next three up on the pro stock side. Once again, all chasing Jason Round right now. Industrial Force at 350 and 96 to John Deere, leading the way here. John, that's unusual. Dustin Hook in a John Deere.
Dustin Hook, yep. He retired the old International, hangs in the shop, and built the Deere. Oh, not liking it, not liking it.
All right, got it shut down before that 100-foot mark. We'll give him another shot. Now, fans, each and every competitor gets 2 shots at it. You don't get past that 100-foot mark, so he's going to come on back here, if nothing too serious with that tractor.
Yeah, this is actually Dustin's probably 4th year with the John Deere, Dan. He brought it out, and about halfway through the season, he blew it up at Mazomania, am I right, John? And took him a couple years to get it back out on the track.
Yeah, actually, Brandon Coates was driving it for him and blew it up. It's got a whole new motor program in it now, so it took some time here to get it put back together. Top 3 Super Farm, here we go. 3rd place is Shane Maston, the Thumpkin Pumpkin at 317.63. 2nd, going to Josh Miley, High Maintenance at 319.17. In your winner, Corey Fritz out of Boscobel with the Twisted Deer. Also a happy birthday to Lisa Fritz here tonight.
All right, fans, so first hook here for Dustin Hook and Playing Hooky, 106 and 66. They're going to pull him back here, and he will take his second attempt here. So whether it's 1 inch or 350 feet, this is what's going to go down in the record book for him. So 1 shot here for him. Playing Hooky out of Thompson, Illinois. He had at that time, fans had it up and going, but unfortunately, just past that 200-foot mark will be it for him here tonight. Tough luck, round of applause for Dustin Hook here tonight, playing hooky.
Losing boost somewhere along the line there. I don't know if it has something to do with turbocharger or has a leak underneath the hood between the intercooler and the intake side, but sure seems like it's losing boost.
So 2:43 and 11 will officially be the distance here. 2:43 and 11 for Dustin Hook.
Yeah, Dustin, when he rebuilt his Pro Stock program, he went with John Deere because they got all John Deere on the farm, so they figured that red one was kind of like a sticking out, you know. So they went all John Deere when they redid did the Pro Stock program.
All right, fans, so we're down to our final four over here on the Pro Stock side, as we should have Randy Brew with the Tool Times 2. Brandon Coates fueling the fire, Conley Meddy with the Bulletproof Buck, and then Kevin Masterson, the Tinker Toy, will be our final puller.
And you see this little sled come out here, Dan. Modified mini rod time here in Hillsboro as we crank things up. 2,050 pounds modified mini rod, 18.4, 16.1 tires. They run, I believe, a 13-inch hitch on them. 575 max cubic inch in this class, 1471 supercharger up on top, and these guys cranking out about 3,000 horse. So if you got some young ones here, you're definitely going to want to plug their ears. It's going to get loud here in Hillsboro as we crank up the horsepower with the modified mini rods. Up first should be the stress relief of Todd Boltman out of Zeeland, Michigan. Should be our test puller in the modified mini rod class. Top three Pro Stock are Badger State tractors here tonight. Industrial Force sitting in the lead at 350 and change. Tomcat of Greg Elsing sitting in the second spot. And Red Cadillac of Jason Mahler, that's your top three in Pro Stock.
All right, here we go, fans. Randy Baru, Baraboo, Wisconsin. The Tool Times 2. Once again, going to work that right-hand corner on the Pro Stock side, which is 4 entries left to go. As John just said, we got the Badger State sweep going on right now. Let's see if they can hold on. Not tonight for the Tool Times 2, just not able to get locked into the track for Randy Baru. We'll get the numbers in here for him. Of course, laser crew set up at the end of the track. We shoot the laser at the starting line as well as at the finish line. And here at PPL competition, we will measure up to 1/100th of a foot. So looks like we'll get the numbers in here for Randy Baru. And going to be a short one here, 283 and 31. 283 and 31, unfortunately, the distance for Randy.
Todd Boltman, Zeeland, Michigan, the stress relief with the first mini rod coming out.
Yeah, we know
Boltman, he has a machine shop.
Yeah, we know Todd pretty well, don't we, John? I actually got him in my phone. I got some parts from him last week, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he's got a machine shop there, does differentials, gearboxes, and all kinds of stuff. You can buy all kinds of parts from him, his machine shop.
Now, Stacy, does he give you a discount for all the parts that you buy?
No.
He sells us a lot of reverser parts because I got an older brother, Jay, who gets a little amped up when he puts it in reverse.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. We talked about all these, manufacturers making parts and stuff and how we always give a shout out to them. But you ever get a discount from all those shout outs?
Oh, these guys wicking them up, too. They get them up 9,000 plus RPM in this class. They crank them right up to the high side. The old Hemis slinging a lot of cubic inch and a lot of RPM here tonight. The mini rods sponsored by Poverty Ranch. Norm and Colette Sloop family sponsoring the modified mini rod class here tonight. The 10,000 pound pro stock sponsored by Premier Insurance. 300.73, 300.73, and he's keeping the distance.
All right, fans, so Brandon Coates, second half of the Coates pulling team, Dubuque, Iowa, bring out the fuel in the fire. Now, John, this is one you said you just won a big Badger State event not too long ago.
Yeah, Wednesday night, he won here in Milledgeville, the Carroll County Fair, Milledgeville, Illinois. They've been coming on pretty hot. The Coates brothers been really doing their homework and really getting things put together here towards the late part of the summer. I believe that late part of the summer.
Late part of the summer.
Where's summer gone?
Oh, I know. Once July 4th gets here, boy, it's like you hit that fast forward button, right? So another one of the tractors out of Dubuque County, Iowa. Here as Brandon Coates brings out fuel in the fire. John Deere. Looking to beat his crosstown rival, Jason Rao, the Industrial Force, our current leader. At 350 and 96. 350 and 96. Man, I'm not going to call that one, fans. That is going to be close. Right at about that 350-foot mark for Brandon Coates here tonight. Fans, let's give him a nice round of applause. Gave it a good shot here. Maybe just one more weight back, a little bit heavy on the nose. Maybe transfer a little bit of weight back. We'll see here on the distance.
It's not an early hook that takes the win, but that's exactly what it was today. Why was your early hook so beneficial today?
I think we were the first class, and the track was still packed down pretty good, and we got out there and nobody could, so we'll take it. We were kind of grumbling early in the pits about first hook. Actually, I went back to the trailer and come back, and I didn't even know where I was till like 6 tractors had hooked. So we just, summer's been kind of going not so good, so it is what it is our attitude. So we'll take this.
How exciting is it, though? It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of variables. How exciting is it to get it right and to have such a great run?
It's very exciting. I think we spent more time between pulls driving home getting parts this summer. So this was, the other night at 2 in the morning, we were complaining about this, and the guy that was helping me said, one good pass in Hillsboro, you'll be happy.
Hey, here it is. You can't ask for anything else. Congrats to you and your great team.
Thank you. We need to thank Don Slama and these guys here. This is just an awesome pull, and it's only an hour from home, so it works great for us. Apex is the class sponsor. Chad Mayhill got me in on Wednesday when he told me he didn't have time to put a fresh edge on the tires, so everybody thought maybe we didn't need to do it because we were so far back in the points, but it worked tonight. So thank you.
Robbie Fagundes was going to drive that tractor, but too heavy at the scale, so he had to go with the lighter driver out there tonight. So unfortunately for Robbie, not going to be able to drive here tonight.
And I think they might have been a little aggressive in their gear selection in the transmission on the old mini rod here tonight, too.
259.81, 259.81 for Robbie Fagundes. Up next on the mini rod side, it's going to be It's No Joke. Mike Evans out of Johnson's Creek, Wisconsin. It's Stacy and I used to pull with Mike Evans for many, many years. He used to pull with us with a small block with twin turbos. He completely built this tractor, Dan, himself. Chassis, the whole 9 yards, he put this together himself. It's got twin turbochargers on a Hemi on it. So.
And John, just a couple weeks ago, made one of his best runs ever there in Goshen, Indiana. Really got that tractor up and lit. And you look out. This thing's going to go.
He's one of them guys that never gives up. And he puts stuff together and works at it, and will never give it up. That's for sure. He told me kind of tune things back a little bit to kind of get a handle on it, and he's slowly starting to feed the fuel, slowly starting to feed the boost to it again, to where he can keep it under control. He's had this tractor on its side 2-3 times when he first brought it out, so he's really getting a grip on it now. So I can't wait to see what he's got here tonight in Hillsboro.
All right, over on the Pro Stock side, Conley Medding and the Bulletproof Buck going to be up next year out of Nordheim, Texas. As we see Dad going to back him in, we'll send it down trackside with Stacy Butson.
Well, I'm standing here with our third place finisher in the Super Farm, Shane Maston, with a Thumpkin Pumpkin. This is the second time I've got to talk to you in the winner's circle here in the last couple of weeks. And, a third place finish, when you're going for the championship, you like to win, but boy, a third place isn't going to hurt you either.
Hey, consistency, that's what we talked about earlier. First of all, we got to congratulate Corey. I mean, he had a great run. Josh does what Josh does, stays right on us. Other than that, I mean, Don, the whole crew, the announcers, the track, everything is perfect. I mean, we got a beautiful night for pulling. Couldn't ask for any more. I got to thank Arthur for getting the tractor ready, Ryan and Pat over at Salmon Meat Performance, and a bunch of other people to thank. But mainly it's just a beautiful night for pulling.
It's a great night to be in Hillsboro, that's for sure. And thanks for talking to me earlier. I love the insight that we give the fans.
Hey, hopefully if we don't get rained out tomorrow night, we can try to get that belt buckle.
Yeah, don't be saying that word. Third place finisher, Shane Maston, the Thumpkin Pumpkin. And I like it since you're running Alice Chalmers.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, fans, currently number 2 in the national points race right here at Bulletproof Buck out of Nordheim, Texas. A really good run here.
Stacy, go ahead right down there. You got Corey with you?
I got Corey Fritz down here from Boscobel. Boscobel, am I right?
You bet. An hour from home.
Hey, boy, it's pretty tough to win close to home. They can't get much better than this.
Nope, we'll take luck every time. Hook orders seem to be a thing tonight, and first hook or third close to the front was the place to be.
And that's just luck of the draw. You just said luck.
Yep. We've been struggling a little bit lately, and the joke the other night was if we go to Hillsboro and win, it'll all be behind us.
Well, there you go. That's why the rearview mirror is a lot smaller than the windshield.
You bet. I got to thank the class sponsor, Slama Equipment, and really thank Don. And this is by far the best pull we pull at anywhere. Best organized thing we've pulled in pulling.
Now, the track pretty good out there tonight.
It's real good tonight.
Did you shift down a gear?
Nah, we run our regular gear, but we just got a gear that works.
All right, very good. Congratulations, Corey. You're champion, Super Farm, Corey Fritz.
Here, Corey, I'll help you out. It's Lisa's birthday, too. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Lisa, happy birthday. 25 again.
Nice run, Mike Evans. It's no joke out of Johnson's Creek, Wisconsin. And he is finally starting to get that thing coming together.
Yeah, making some real nice passes there. That twin turbocharged entry. And, you know, interesting, John, you know, there's no book on this kind of stuff here for the minis. And we've seen that, you know, some of the two-wheel drive competitors have tried this over the years, and nobody really kind of got over that hump with it. And we've seen a couple guys get close, but kind of, you know, more or less lose interest before we've seen it really get to that point of domination.
And when you try something different from all the other guys, you know, it's going to take time. And like you said, guys went so far and we're like, yeah, we're going to scrap this project. But Mike Evans is not the guy that'll do that. He's going to stick with it until he gets it. That's a nice pass. 283.76 puts him in the second spot so far. 283.76.
So something else we got coming up in the mini modifieds tonight, John, Dan. The Bobcat Junior tractor tonight is going to be driven by, I don't have his name, but he's never driven a mini modified before. He normally campaigns the Twin Unlimited Allison tractor in Germany.
Hey, Stacy, he goes by DJ Danny Fresh. That's what they tell me. See the German guys over there? That's what they tell me. DJ Danny Fresh doing the driving.
Yeah, we got a dozen guys from Germany. I don't know where they're all sitting at. Where are you guys sitting at? Oh, there they are down here. Okay. They come all the way over from Germany to cheer him on, driving the Bobcat Junior tractor for the Boers. And he's never driven a mini rod before, but I can't believe it's any less challenging than driving a Twin Allison in a light unlimited class over there.
The Green Monster Twin Allison, too. Not just any Twin Allison, that Green Monster. And you fans have seen that on YouTube, I'm sure. One of the best out there in the European circuit.
Up next on the mini rod side out of Mount Vernon, Ohio, going to be Chip Street with a Wildfire mini rod. And you got the Tinker Toy over there.
Here we go, fans. Final tractor in the class. Right now, we've got a Badger State sweep going on. 1 through 5, all Badger State tractors. Let's see if it can continue here. As Kevin Masterson, one tough customer on the starting line here. Current national points leading tractor right here. We see Joey Harris. He's been driven this tractor quite a bit this summer, driven to quite a few victories. They've had 5 victories on the summer. 2024-2020 champion tractor right here. And it goes back 2018 with Kevin's late dad Don doing the driving back at 18 for that last championship of his. So a storied tractor right here. John Deere 72 ADR.
It looks like he's got some trouble down there. I think they're unhooking it. He tried getting it going and shut it down there. I think he bumped the slider. Something going on there to Pro Stock side. Or are they pulling him back?
All right, so the drama builds.
The drama
here
builds.
in Hillsboro, Friday night. Pro Stock class.
Back on the mini rod side of things, I think that was the best pass to date for Mike Evans on the twin turbo Hemi It's No Joke tractor. He's been pecking away on that for a couple of years now.
She can now get the story for us on what's going on the Pro Stock side, Stacy.
Yeah. You know, Stacy, too, he did make a good run at Goshen with that tractor as well, so they are gaining on that twin turbocharged entry, and it'll be interesting here in the next year or so. Starts to dial it in.
Al down here trying to see what's going on. They got the side shield off the Tinker Toy, or at least over anything, because he is it. And not sure what they're looking at. Looks pretty complicated to me.
So there you go, John. We got the mini rod guy going to look at the Pro Stock, telling us about what's going on trackside.
Get your head under there. See if there's ether involved.
So our man Scoop on
Scoop. Yeah,
On the
that's his
spot.
new nickname this weekend. Scoop.
On the spot right here.
Okay, here's what I know thus far. He couldn't get it in reverse, so now they got it in reverse, but now it won't start. So we're going to run a mini ride. All right, should be the wildfire in the lead. Got it, chip three on 11 Vernon, Ohio.
Yeah, they must got names mixed up. Chad Timmerman, I do believe, with the wildfire. Timmerman entry out of the Dickeyville, Cuba City area. That's who's here on the mini rod side. New chassis for them this year, and their power plant sit between the rails.
All right, fans, looks like they got the Tinker Toy fired up. We'll bring the weight transfer machine, that X Factor sled, up to Kevin here. We'll get him hooked up and pull him back to the starting line.
Yeah, they got half their problem solved. They got the tractor started, but it still won't go in reverse. So they're going to come up and snag him with the sled and drag him back to the starting line that way. And hey, it's tractor pulling. We do everything we can to get these guys down the track.
Just a reminder, fans do have the 50-50 tickets being sold here throughout the grounds here tonight. Make sure you give them a holler, and we'll see how big we can get that 50-50 drawing here tonight. Also got the pallet of beer as well. We're going to be giving away as well tonight.
Yep, half a pallet of beer. 306.56, new leader. Timmerman's going to the lead with the wildfire. Up next, Logan Stevens, Lewisburg, Kansas on the mini rod side.
All right, fans, here we go. The Tinker Toy Final Tractor 10,000-pound Pro Stocks. Can he do it here tonight? Jason Round, our leader, 350 and 96, the mark to beat. Oh, did he do it, fans? Did he pick the pocket of Jason Round? 350.96 is the mark to beat. We're going to find out here pretty quick. All right, fans, he had to go better than 350.96. He goes 350.26. Jason Round going to be your winner here tonight, fans. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Hey, boys, we got Craig Ladwig coming back on Pro Stock. Craig Ladwig is coming back on Pro Stock. Did you get that? Craig Ladwig is coming back with the fence.
I did, Stacy. Thank you. Yes, we did that. So he did turn down that run. So thanks for the update here.
Out of Lewisburg, Kansas, Logan Stevens, the Wheatland Express mini edition here in Hillsboro. 306 and change is your lead, held by the Wildfire of the Timbermans.
All right, fans, so first time around for Craig Ladwig, 279 and 64. 279 and 64 is our test puller, so he turned that run down. And we'll drop, of course, here to the bottom of the field here tonight. So this will be our final competitor here in 10,000-pound pro stocks.
Oh, Dan, hey, our 50-50 raffle deal there, the raffle for the beer is a half pallet of beer, and we got a big and we got a big cart of booze and wine also.
All right.
For both nights, I do believe. Both nights. So it's not just beer, folks. We got a little bit of everything mixed up.
You'll be the talk of the town.
I know.
Bring that back.
Back when I was in high school, we called that a Wapatuli party, you know.
We got a little bit of everything. So we got all the fixings for the party. You just got to set it up. So buy your tickets. Half of it tonight and half tomorrow night. So.
Yeah, there we got the folks with the 50-50 raffle. Fans, keep buying them. Let's see how high we can get it. Come on up here. We'll buy some up here as well. So come on, make your way up here.
I do believe. I think it was
donation.
Like $6,500 or $6,800 is our peak number for our 50-50 raffle.
All right, fans, here we go. The Fent out of Cascade, Wisconsin. Craig Ladwig, last one here in the class. Once again, that mark to beat. Jason Round, 350.96. 350.96. Oh, yeah, the Fent's going to sneak his way into that top five, looks like, fans. Has a good run there for Craig Ladwig as he will round out the class here tonight. We'll officially get the numbers in here for him.
Hey, boys, I got Mike Evans down here trackside, the pilot of It's No Joke, the twin turbocharged Hemi-powered mini modified, and you've been the talk of the class, you know, the last couple of years. Everybody's kind of like, well, watch this thing. It's been a bit of a learning curve. I believe this is your best run so far.
So far it is. It's been a long road to hoe. That's the first full pass under full boost, so now we should be able to start putting a tune up at it and see if we can catch these guys.
Yeah, I remember I watched you first time down the track at Toma. You laid it over.
Yeah, that was come a long ways since then.
Yeah, you had that small block twin turbo figured out, but this has been a little more steeper curve.
Yeah, this is a whole different animal, way different. This will get away from you a lot quicker. So.
Well, I talked to you earlier. You said you got to just keep it pinned.
Yeah, just had to get back in the routine and be able to hold it open, and we did. It held boost and it carried, and now we can turn it back up.
All right, hopefully it improves tomorrow, Mike. Thanks a lot, Mike Evans, the only twin turbo mini rod. It's no joke.
All right, fans, great run there for Craig Ladwig with the Fent. 337.90 will put him number 5.
Out of Farmington, Minnesota, Brett Berg, North American trailer, and he lost a cylinder on the left-hand side. Looked like cylinder number 5 is shooting ducks, we call it, is not getting the run he wanted with that thing.
Yeah, he pulled the throttle back. I thought he's giving up on it, so I took my fingers out of my ears. Then he hit it again. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Hey, I'm looking for Josh Miley. Josh, I don't know where you're floating around out there. I sent the Screaming Norwegian guys to get you, and I haven't seen you yet.
252.21 for Brett Berg. Up next, going to be Category 1, driven by Jeremy Nelson out of Sydney, Illinois. Peter Norton's tractor, I do believe.
So fans, great class of pro stocks we've seen over there on the Ball Diamond side here tonight. As finishing up in that number 5 position will be Craig Ladwig, never giving up. Number 4 here tonight will go to Brandon Coates, Fuel in the Fire. 3rd spot here tonight will be Greg Elsing, that T8 Tomcat. Number 2 spot will go to Kevin Masterson with the Tinker Toy. And then, of course, our winner picking up his first ever PPL Champions Tour win, Jason Round, with that Industrial Force. So congratulations to Team Round out of Dubuque County, Iowa, as we will now get the sled set here for the Super Modified 2-wheel drives. Will be up next.
I believe this is one of Peter Norton's tractors coming up here. Category 1, the Hurricane, driven by Jeremy Nelson. Your lead thus far, modified mini rod, is 306, held by the Timbermans with the Wildfire. All alcohol, all noise, rest of the night, as we got two-wheelers starting on the other side there, and then we're going to have the big mods run when the mini rods are done. 328.28.
Boy, the length on this Pro Stock track was really, really long tonight. And you said for the last month, you know, you're just coming up just a little bit short. And so, you know, was it mindset? Was it setup? What was it that helped you get across the line tonight to put yourself on the podium?
Well, I drove up here all by myself today, and the guys left early, and I just told myself I just tonight had to be the night. We had to get it done, so I just put my confidence in place and picked a good track position, and you know, watched all the other guys, and you know, it felt like the right side was the place to be, and we put her over there and come out on top.
Yeah, and your guys came up here a couple years ago, though, and took the win, so you had some good data to feed off of. And so that always helps when you've got just a little basis when you yourself haven't been here.
Yeah, you know, it was a couple years ago I was gone racing, and these guys come up, and Tim and Andrew, and, yeah, they won, I think it was one Friday night or Saturday night, and, you know, there's really competitive, which is exciting to run against these guys. And, you know, we're just doing this for fun, and so we just keep plugging away and having fun, and, you know, when we're winning, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more fun when you're on top of the box. Congratulations to you and your team.
Hey, thank you. Just like to thank all my help. You know, Andrew and Jeremy and the guys here helping me. And Tim back at home, you know, he couldn't help us. He had to stay home and do something with his local tractor pull, and Jordan and everybody. And Weimer, Feel and Air, Riverside, Chad Mayo Tires. You know, everybody that helps me. I mean, it's fun. We're having fun, and we'll just keep doing it.
The Slaws have.
Yeah, of course, Tyler driving for Dad. Dad Bruce had a pretty severe snowmobile accident during the winter time, and Tyler had been doing the driving here, double duty. And both of the tractors here in 2025. Heard Bruce is close. He's close to getting back behind the wheel. Well, right down in that Tyler Slaw lane, right down that left-hand chalk line. So many times we have seen him right here in Hillsboro get that job done right there. All right, fans, so we've got the Optima Batteries X-Factor sled making its way back to the start line. And we will get rolling here with our 6,200-pound two-wheel drive class as we see Tyler Slaw going to make his way back to the start line and get ready to go with his second entry.
307.87 for Tyler Slaw. 307.87 puts him in second thus far. Jeremy Nelson in the lead at 328.80, and in the third spot is Timmermans. The Wildfire at 306 and change.
All right, fans, so we're going to kick things off. 6,200-pound super modified two-wheel drives, 575 cubic inches underneath the hood of these trucks. Basically the same engine you'd find in a top alcohol dragster funny car out on the quarter mile. So Jonathan Payne, a rookie here on the circuit for 2025 with that Ford he calls the Rampage. Kind of dabbled in the circuit a little bit last year, but this is his first full effort and really doing a great job here with this truck. Currently sits number 7 in Champions Tour points coming into tonight's program. He'll have 2 entries in our Supermod two-wheel drive class tonight. All right, here we go, fans. 6,200 pounds, super modified two-wheel drives brought to you by Optima Batteries. We got a whole big field of them, 18 of them strong here tonight. All right, so big decision right here for Jonathan Payne at Georgetown, Indiana, just outside of that Louisville area. As now he will decide whether or not he will take her turn down that run as our test puller. And now looks like we'll send it down to Stacy Butson down in the winner's circle.
Well, I'm down here trackside, well, we might as well finish up Super Farm first, right? We got Josh Miley down here, second place finisher in the Super Farm class tonight. A well-fought battle out there. Josh, congratulations on your second place finish.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to thank Don and the crew for having us here, PPL for giving us a place to pull, you guys for the announcing. Got to give a big shout out to Brooks back home. He couldn't come because he had school today. Pretty sorry, sad little boy. But Hart's Diesel, Slama Equipment for sponsoring the trophies here tonight. Chad Mayhill for the tires, and just happy to be where we're at.
Yeah, pretty good day for you so far. What do you think about the odds for tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know. Tonight, pulled towards the end, seemed like the track was kind of used up. We kind of just pulled a rabbit out of the hat, see what would work, and we kind of slipped in there.
Well, that's true. A lot of the top finishers were coming out of the top three for a long time there.
Yeah, I tell you, we get lucky every now and then, but we've been very lucky here. Got several firsts and seconds, and very happy.
All right, Josh. Well, congratulations, second place here tonight. And keep her in the top three tomorrow night. That's a good weekend.
Oh, that's an excellent weekend out of this group.
Yeah, no kidding. Second place champion, Super Farm, Josh Miley. Well, while we're in the winner's circle, let's move right on to Pro Stock. Third place here tonight in 10,000-pound Pro Stock. Badger State's own Greg Elsing with the T8 Tomcat. Greg, boy, at the time you put her in the lead by 15 feet, and then you dumped all your oil on the track.
Well, that happens. We were thrashing on the motor last night. We just put it together. We broke a piston in Warren a week ago tomorrow night. All the stuff showed up in the mail, and we worked all night. You take the oil pan off, you drain the oil out, take the oil pan off. This is the second time we've done this, so you'd think we'd learn. But you take the oil pan off, and you forget to tighten the oil plug. Now you put it back.
Well, you got a checklist. You tape on the side of the tractor, tighten oil plug there.
Checklist? Who makes a checklist?
All right, well, I got to ask, whose job was it to tighten that oil pan bolt, or the oil pan drain plug? Now, a lot of guys are saying it's Emily's job.
That is right. It is Emily's job to make sure that oil pan drain is tightened. And it's her bachelorette party this weekend, so I'm thinking she had her things on her mind and she's gone.
Oh, so she's thinking bachelorette party and not checking the oil pan drain plug.
Right. She doesn't know what's important.
You know what? And some other guys are saying she probably was eating cheese curds and she had cheese curd grease on her hands.
I'm sure she did, right? She's always eating cheese curds.
All right. I hope she's seeing all this because we're having a lot of fun with her. Greg, congratulations. What an awesome pass out here tonight. You betcha. You bet.
All right, fans, so over on the two-wheel drive side, we had a distance of 300.31 for Jonathan Payne, and do believe he did drop. Of course, the class got to be sponsored by Royal Bank, your community partner, 21 branches across southwest Wisconsin, locally owned and operated. Royal Bank, your sponsor for the super modified two-wheel drives. So Dale Nelson going to be up next here, currently number 9 in Champions Tour points here. Had one win on the summer in Goshen, Indiana, just a couple of weeks ago here. Altamont, Illinois, the Forever Hook Ford on the start line here, as he will set the mark to beat here in our super modified two-wheel drive class, brought to you by Royal Bank.
I'll take one of those tickets for the pallet of beer there if you got them over here in the announcer stand side. We also want to thank Viking Village Foods for sponsoring the lightweight Superstock tractors tonight. Family owned and operated by Grocery since 1975. Located in Reedsburg. Open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Quality, value, service, and selection. It's the Viking way. Viking Village Foods. Britzman Enterprises sponsoring the modified mini rods tonight, specializing in custom metal fabrication components in stainless steel, aluminum, and steel. Britzman Enterprise also certified pipe and structural steel welding.
We just got one more thing about Greg Elsing down here. Now, Greg, when I went to go find you back there, I didn't know where you were pitted at, so I just followed the trail of oil as they hauled you out of here. And as I was going, the trail got a little thinner, and then it was gone. Are you out of oil?
Yes. It's like Hansel and Gretel. I need everybody to follow me. Just follow the trail. You'll find the trailer.
I think you're the guy that told me one time if your tractor quits leaking oil, it means you better check it. It's out.
Yeah. If it quits leaking oil, it's out of oil.
All right. I got our winner of the 10,000 Pro Stock class down here, Jason Round out of Farley, Iowa. Congratulations, Jason. I believe this is your first Champions Tour victory.
Yeah, it is. So it's pretty good to bring this home for the team. And, I know my guys come up here a couple years ago, and I won on Friday night also. I was gone. But it's pretty exciting to do this.
Yeah, I believe Tim Horwald wheeled one of your tractors to victory here.
Andrew did. Yep. Andrew did. Yep. They both wheeled them, but Andrew won here a couple years ago. Yep.
Okay, so their tractors are familiar. And just one more thing, Jason. Now, you're a full-time runner on the Badger State circuit. Running with them guys week in and week out, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, that'll toughen you up to come up here and pull in Hillsboro.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough the last couple weeks. We've been running, you only get a few off nights, and if you break something, you got to work all night. But, we got a good crew with the Badger State. They're all good tractors. Any of them can win at any time, so we've been falling a little short the last couple weeks, but we give them a run for their money tonight.
Yeah, you guys make a great show for us on the Badger State circuit, and thank you very much. Congratulations. Your champion, 10,000 Pro Stock, Jason Round. Give him a big hand.
All right, get you up to date on the modified mini rod side. 307.87 was Tyler Slaw, Show No Mercy. Little Hurricane driven by Jeremy Nelson went 309.29. And Tanner Nelson, who just drove half past midnight from Altamont, Illinois, just went 321.03. Good for the second spot. Your leader, Jeremy Nelson, Category 1 at 328.80. Dan?
All right, fans, so we're going to back over to the two-wheel drive side. Lisa Tatum out of Bardstown, Kentucky, and the Parts City Auto Parts Chevrolet S10. Now here on the two-wheel drive side, our first puller down the track, Jonathan Payne with the Rampage Ford. He went 300.16. He turned that run down as our test puller, so he's going to come on back last in the class. Now Dale Nelson just went 310 and 21 to set the mark to beat over on the super modified two-wheel drive side. So the Forever Hooked Ford, Dale Nelson, our current leader at 310.21. So Lisa Tatum out of Bardstown, Kentucky, just south of the Louisville area, as she gets ready to make her run here tonight. Of course, Lisa currently right now sitting just outside here in the two-wheel drive points, outside that top 5 in the number 6 spot here. A new engine combination under this truck 1 year ago. Of course, Lisa in her 27th year of running two-wheel drives out on the circuit. One of the long-time runners here, and 2006 PPL champion. The first year of the PPL circuit, she was able to park her truck into the winner's circle. Been driving Dad's truck here the last couple of years. Let's see what she's got for us here tonight. The Parts City Chevrolet. All right, so nice straight pass there for Lisa Tatum. We'll get the numbers in here. We'll send it down to Stacy Butson down in the winner's circle.
Up next, mini rod side, going to have No Mercy. Tyler Schlaw, Zeeland, Michigan. Stacy, take it away.
Well, it's my privilege to present the second place award down here to Kevin Masterson and the Master Farms pulling team. Got a good crew with you, Kevin. Second place out here tonight. Pretty tough group to mess with there.
Yeah, very tough tonight. Like to thank everybody. It's been great, and we'll be back tomorrow night.
Yeah. Now, you said that you couldn't get that in reverse, and you weren't sure why. It was fine before.
Yeah. I don't know. We might go back there, and it'll go in.
But it was grinding, but it just wouldn't shift in.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's nice. Being the last tractor, everybody was more than accommodating to get you down the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, second place tonight. And the River Rat, you said it. What was wrong with it?
It ran fine. It just didn't go far enough.
It didn't go far enough. That's what I was waiting for you to say, because that's what you told me. Didn't go far enough. Congratulations, second place tonight. Your runner-up in 10,000 Pro Stock, Kevin Masterson. Give him a big hand. Well, you know how many modifieds the game now is trying to get enough weight on the front of the tractors, and you see the guys sliding the driver's compartments farther and farther ahead. Tyler Schlaw's taking it one step further. He's lost 50 pounds off himself to put 50 on the front. 50 pounds. He's half the guy he used to be. I was talking to his crew chief, Courtney, down there, and she goes, yeah, I just don't feed him anymore.
One helping at the dinner table. That's it, mister. 316.14 for Tyler Schlaw. 316.14. Up next will be the Dirt Slinger, Abby Leishner, Weldon, Illinois.
Over on the two-wheel drive side, distance for Lisa Tatum with the Park City Auto Parts Chevrolet. 278 and 21 will be the distance. 278 and 21 as we'll have Ethan Frederick up next here. The foul play out of New Glarus, Wisconsin. One of our Badger State competitors.
Salami Equipment was our Super Farm tractor sponsor here tonight. Salami Equipment, your local John Deere dealer, has 3 convenient locations in Hillsboro, Boston, and Reedsburg. Salami Equipment stands behind the products they sell. Service provided by their trained technicians. Also, Lemke Motorsports for sponsoring 10,000-pound Pro Stocks. Lemke Motorsports, let us help you with maintaining your tractor puller. Lemke specializes in prototype, short run, production run, high-performance engine parts, jigs, and fixtures. Lemke offers a competitive service from raw material through machining, heat treating, grinding, plating, paint, and assembly.
Ethan Friedrich backing up the sled now with his super modified two-wheel drive. Last Friday night over in Oshkosh at the Winnebago County Fair, he picked up his first ever Badger State super modified two-wheel drive win.
All right, here we go. Fan Chevrolet, New Glarus, Wisconsin. Oh, kind of laid down on him right there, fans. Tough luck round of applause here tonight for Ethan Friedrich. And that foul play here tonight, as we'll have Dave O'Driscoll up next, Misty Nelson, and Michael White will be our next 3 up. Super modified two-wheel drive side. All chasing Dale Nelson right now with Forever Hooked at 310 and 21.
Hey, I got Bill Leishner standing down here trackside with me. Abby's coming up next. What do you think?
We got a fresh motor in there. It's got all new parts in it. We changed some things, so she hadn't been in the seat for a little while, so we're going to aim to the right a little bit and see if that thing will make a nice straight hook and just take the lead by a little.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's wish Abby luck. She's a good driver. She's been driving a long time. Bill said she's been out of the seat for a little while. Not very long, I don't believe. I mean, just a few pulls probably.
All right, ladies, let's make some noise for Abby. Come on, let's hear it. Oh, you guys are too quiet. Come on, Hillsboro. Let's cheer her on. Come on, ladies, let's hear it for Abby Leichner. There we go.
Yeah.
Good.
And John, I was talking about Tyler Slaw losing 50 pounds, so they get more weight to the front of the tractor. Abby she's a little thing. She's a petite lady, just to say the least, and that really helps to get more weight on the front of the tractor. Plus, she can really wheel that tractor. She's a good driver.
Yeah. When there's big money on the line, Abby's right there. I'll tell you, she's won some big money events here in this mini rod class over the last couple of years.
They won at Simon's Pool here this spring.
Well, Bill said it's a fresh engine in the tractor, a bunch of new parts. Let's see how it performs. She got a good crew too. The Dirt Slinger crew is a top-notch crew.
Boy, I don't know, John, at that 200-foot mark, she was flying out there. And then just like that, we saw that Bumgart mini sled really stop her in her tracks out there, but what a run.
.317.02. I believe that puts her unofficially in the third spot. 328 is your lead. 328 and change held by Jeremy Nelson with category 1. 321 held by Tanner Nelson, half past midnight in second. And now Abby Leichner pulling into the third spot thus far.
All right, fans, so we'll go east of the Louisville, Kentucky area next up, as we'll have the Stone Cold Ford out of Georgetown, Kentucky. This is Dave O'Driscoll, currently sits number 13 in Champions Tour points. A rookie on the circuit 1 year ago. Second full season of running for these Champion Tour points here this season. Of course, the super modified two-wheeler still working that right side of the track, just like we saw in the Pro Stock class. Kind of a surprise. Really, nobody's kind of ventured on over here to the left side yet.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Dan. You make note of that. They're working the right side. Everything on the infield on the infield side's been using the left-hand side. The middle of the tracks, is all prepared the same. It was prepared as one big track. And why they take a hanker into one spot or the other, but once they start doing it, boy, it's hard to get them to change.
Well, and Stacy, the only thing that's been over there all night long is that roller on both sides.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to take a crack at it, and then that'll show us you'll be either a hero or a zero.
Yes, they will. No doubt about it. One of these classes, we'll see somebody try it. Here we go, the Stone Cold Ford. Oh, yeah, that track taking some horsepower here tonight, fans. If you want to get out there in Dale Nelson country, you're going to have to lean on it.
Well, the two-wheelers, man, they're taking the horsepower right out of them. This Hillsboro track is quite the horsepower track. As always, every year, Buzz and all the guys here work hard and put a lot of pride into putting this track together. And do a quick turnaround, too, is getting the track made back up and ready for the next competitor.
Yeah, just like that, John, we've seen the last three distances here in the two-wheel drive class back in the 270s. As Dale Nelson went 3:10 and 21 and holds that number one spot, but Dave O'Driscoll does 277 and 76, 277 and 76 here tonight. All right, once again, we got the folks here. Meristem Crop Performance. You guys over there, you having a good time? All right. Yeah, once again, fans, make sure you do buy those 50-50 tickets. We'll send a lucky fan home with a pocket full of cash here tonight. Also going to give away that half pallet with the booze. We got wine. We've got all kinds of goodies on that half pallet.
Yeah, shopping cart full of other stuff. So it's not just the beer.
Yeah.
The band tonight, too.
Yeah, you could take your half a pallet over to the band.
Yeah, sit down.
The highlight of the party.
Yeah, shopping cart, it all works, yeah. Spicy Thai band. So Stacy's got to get the scoop. Old Scoop down there got to get the skivvies on the Spicy Thai band. What kind of music they play, Stacy?
I have no idea, but I bet it's pretty spicy.
Probably not both kinds, country and western, don't you think, or what?
Yeah, neither. I don't know. That kind of name, probably neither one. You know, we talk about the sleds and stuff. Bungart, X Factor Motorsports, 4 sleds they brought here tonight. That's a lot of moving capital up the road for them guys.
A lot of iron in one spot. They're doing a great job. Optima batteries on one here, and Hot Shot Secrets on the mini rod sled over here. Hot Shot Secret, powered by Science, new sponsor for this year for the Pro Pulling League.
Yeah, make sure your fans head over onto the Hot Shot Secret tent over there on the far side, the Ball Diamond side. All kinds of goodies out there, new products. And also have that free sample to give away as well. So head on over there and make sure you check out the Hot Shot Secrets tent here this weekend.
On the modified mini rod side, it is going to be Logan Stevens, the Kansas Twister from Lewisburg, Kansas.
Yeah, another one of the young guns in the mini modified class. We saw Tanner Nelson out there. He's just a mere 16 years of age, running down there in the mini rod class. And Logan, another young gun. All right, fans, here we go as Misty Nelson will bring out the Midnight Chaos truck that was built for her a couple years ago and really kind of gave up the driving seat to a son, Tanner. And Tanner been running this truck here so far in 2025, and good to see Misty back behind the wheel. Currently sitting number 11 in the Champion Tour points.
285.26, 285.26 for Logan Stevens with the Kansas Twister. Up next in the mini modified side out of Knapp, Wisconsin, Nathan Hoffman with the Shakin' Shamrock here with us tonight.
Now, fans, for this two-wheel drive class, this is hook number 10 out of 13 for 2025. After this weekend, they will have 2 more hooks down in Nashville, Illinois. The second weekend in September will finish it off for them.
I wonder if he took a trip to Dairy Queen or not.
I don't know. She got awful close there. He had to get out of the throttle. but that truck just took a hard pull to that right side. All right, fans, so the distance for Misty Nelson with the Midnight Chaos. She'll go 3:06 and 54 right now. Good enough for that number 2 spot here. So 3:06 and 54 for Misty Nelson here tonight with that Midnight Chaos Chevrolet. All right, fans, so as we take a look over on the two-wheel drive side, we'll have Michael White up next with the Addiction. He'll be followed by Kyle Timmermans, Hot Nasty, and then Travis Hosley. Give her the beans. The Dodge will follow as Michael White brings out that good-looking Addiction Chevrolet.
302.94 for Nathan Hoffman with the Shakin' Shamrock. 302.94. Brett Berg will be coming out with the Cash Cow out of Farmington, Minnesota next, mini modified side. Stacy Scoop Butson, I got the information for you from the Spicy Tie Band. They play classic rock and roll and classic country, so that's what the Spicy Tie Band plays.
Well, here you go, John. The Spicy Tie Band has as much fun performing for you as you have singing along to your favorite songs. Winners of multiple Whammy, that's Wisconsin Area Music Industry Awards. This rock and roll party band draws you in with multiple lead vocals and a variety of instrumentation, including harmonica, saxophone, and trumpet, not to mention a concert-style sound and light show. Their music covers popular hits spanning decades. Hearing them is like tuning into the perfect radio station in your car and cranking it up and singing along. So there you go. That's what the Spicy Tie Band is going to... Sounds like something I might like.
There you go, Scoop. Good job.
Well, you see who might help us on that.
Oh, yeah. She's on it.
Ask and you shall receive, right? All right, so distance for Michael White with the Addiction Chevrolet goes 3:05 and 96, 3:05 and 96 over on the two-wheel drive side. That'll put him in that number 3 spot as Dale Nelson leads the way. Forever Hooked at 3:10.21. Misty Nelson sitting in that number 2 spot with Midnight Chaos at 306 and 54. And then once again, we'll put Michael White, number 3, at 305 and 96.
Up now out of Farmington, Minnesota, Brett Berg driving the Cash Cow modified mini rod action. Oh, no. She went boom right at the end of that run. They took a look back there, see if it was a kill switch or not. We need a tow-off vehicle. Tow-off vehicle. They're talking to Brett Berg. He had a heck of a run going, too, and that's hard on the millhouse when the ignition comes off. So I don't know if they pulled it or not. They're down there talking to him. Oh, Scoop Butson is on the job down there, Dan. We'll find out.
He'll get the story, or he'll make one up.
Yeah, he's good at that, too.
All right, fans, over on the two-wheel drive side, last year's winner. He swept the competition here last year, Kyle Timmerman. That hot and nasty out of Dickeyville, Wisconsin. That Chevrolet, one tough runner. We've seen him run a bunch of tough shows over the years, and this truck, very, very tough. One to watch here in two-wheel drive.
This truck won the Hansel Sullivan Bowl earlier this spring, too.
Oh, man. He was on a pass, no doubt about it.
He was. I don't know what happened over there, but it fell right off. 304.75 for Brett Berg. 304.75. And old Scoop Butson's coming back here. You got the scoop there, Butson?
I got the facts as I know them, and I think they might even be true this time. The zip tie broke on the kill switch, and it fell out. He's coming back last in the class.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. So he'll be coming back last. Brett Berg.
But you know as well as I do, John, motors don't like that when they get killed at full chat like that.
That's hard on the lower end there, on the rod bearings and main bearings.
Well, it's hard on connecting rods, too. You fill a cylinder full of fuel and don't ignite it. That makes for a big hydraulic pump.
Yes, not good.
Is this another one of our Southern California mini modifieds?
Hannaford, California, Anthony Freitas, the bank roller coming out.
Yeah, he said he was going to move the sled over down there, and he told me not to give it away. He said he's going to try the right-hand side.
Here we go. Going to roll the dice here.
I asked him, I said, well, what do you think? He said, I can't do any worse than I did with the other one.
See that? He even kept a secret, Dan.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. He probably told. He had to tell somebody.
Well, he's down there talking to Kim, so he gave her the skivvy.
He told Kim the secret.
Oh, yeah. He couldn't hold it in.
Yeah, Kim swore me to secrecy. Yeah, there you go.
He couldn't hold that secret.
No, he'd tell somebody.
All right, fans, so the second tractor out of Hanford, California, Anthony Freitas, the bank roller. There's owner Robbie Fagundes heading down to the end of the track here.
Oh, shoot, he said. You see the green fire? He burnt the head on that one. The old magnesium burns green, and
head gasket?
Oh, yeah. Right towards the back side of the motor. That was upstairs, too, folks. I mean, that thing was right up there, 97, 9,800 RPM. It was singing up on the top side.
Fans, let's give him a tough luck round of applause all the way from the state of California.
215.25. 215.25. We got 3 to go in the mini rods here. Look, up next, Bobcat Jr. DJ Daniel, how do you say his last name?
DJ Danny Fresh, right?
DJ Danny
there he
Fresh.
is. There they are, the Germans.
There we go.
Our German friends joined us.
That's right. Ich spreche nicht gut Deutsch, naja, das ist nicht gut.
Whoa. God bless you. All right, so Badger State competitor, the Dodge Turbocharge entry out of New Glarus, Wisconsin. Travis Hosley, he calls it Give Her the Beans. I believe our only turbocharge entry in our super modified two-wheel drive class here tonight. It's just about all 19 of our 20 trucks here tonight are supercharged. With that supercharger up on top, driven by the engine's crankshaft. This turbochargers driven by the engine's exhaust. And he's got a couple of them up on there.
Yeah, there's a 572-inch big block Chevrolet. He's also got an intercooler out on the front of that thing, Dan, helping those big turbochargers along as far as making power.
So once again, the mark to beat two-wheel drive side, 310.21. 310.21. We've got that lead distance markers over there on that right side, right about that Summit Racing banner.
Oh, Hillsboro got another one.
Yeah,
Too
just
big
not
a
able
gear
to get up on top of those turbochargers here tonight. A tough break there for Travis Hosley fans. Let's give him a tough luck round of applause here tonight. The Give Her the Beans.
Yeah, that's a new engine for Travis this year. He ran the Roots Tight supercharger for a number of years, and this twin turbo engine been sitting back in the corner at T&B's shop there in Monroe, and he wanted to get that out and try it. And he was getting pretty good at it. The motor was really starting to make power, and then he was looking at gear ratio and all them other things that go along with it. But we've been on some pretty tacky tracks here the last few times out, and I think them twin turbos, they really need to get the tires spinning early in the run so they can get spun up and get the boost going.
All right, so the distance will be 215 even, 215 even will be the distance for Give Her the Beans and Travis Hosley.
Two-wheel drives here tonight. Sponsored by Royal Bank, your community partner here, locally owned and operated. Modified mini rods sponsored by Britzman Enterprises.
This here's our mini rod jockey from Germany, I do believe. Where's my fellas from Germany at? Here they are, the Green Monster team. Are you guys all here?
DJ Danny Fresh driving the Bobcat Jr. here in Hillsboro.
Yeah, driving the Mini for the first time here. Has driven that Green Monster Twin Allison for a bunch of years, but the first time behind the wheel. This will be interesting.
You know, the mod guys, that usually pushes them towards building a mini rod, so that's all it's just going to do for him is just push him to build a mini rod and run over there. That's what'll happen.
Maybe we'll get him to bring over that Green Monster one of these years, huh?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
I'd like to see that, too.
They brought them over one year, been a long time ago. They took them all the way to Southern California for the Tulare, California Farm Show and pulled them out there.
Well, we need them here in Hillsboro, don't you think, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go, Bobcat Jr. DJ Danny Fresh from Germany. Come on, folks, give them a good, warm American welcome here. Cheer them on.
Not a bad run at all. Not a bad run.
Well, for the first time ever in a mini modified, the boy from Germany, he done pretty good. And they said, I was talking to Bill, he said they're going to line him up on the left side and shoot for the right side and go kitty corner cross track. And that's exactly what he did. He did a good job of driving it.
All right, so Chad Mayhill, Reynolds, Indiana, with the P5 Ford. First 2 entries he'll have out in super modified two-wheel drive action.
314.86, I think good for around the 4th, 5th spot, somewhere in there for the modified mini rod at DJ Danny Fresh. Up next will be Hallie Carrender out of Newcastle, Indiana. Hurricane Callie, we got 2 mini rods left to go. 2 mini rods left to go here tonight before we get into the mods. All right, fans over here on the pit side, we got a couple gals down front here that got some swag for you from Maristrom over there in Langer Farms. So let's see an old Langer Farms or Maristrom over there. Let's give us a big wave. We're going to be giving away some swag. So if you want some swag, the girls right there, you got to cheer loud, stand up, and wave over here.
Yeah, you got to make some noise. They're not going to throw it to you if you don't make some noise. Come on, you got to stand up, you got to wave, you got to cheer. Let's hear ya.
Great sponsor, Ameristem, here this weekend in Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull. Thank you all for coming out and supporting us here. Big wave to you guys over there. Thanks again. Langer Farms, all Langer family over there. There we go. Yes. You guys need to build another super farm there, Langers. That's what you guys need to do.
Now they're shaking their head no.
Yeah.
No,
they like me one minute and don't like me the next.
Yeah.
You know how that is? Unbelievable. Here we go. Mini rod side, Hallie Carrender, Newcastle, Indiana. Wedge chassis, the only one I think I've seen here tonight with a wedge chassis.
Yeah, Haley laying down some real good runs here. The last couple events on the Champions Tour.
Nice pass for Haley.
All right, fans over on the two-wheel drive side. Distance for Chad Mayhill with the P5 Ford was 3:01 and 02. 3:01.02. And that will put him in that number 4 spot right now. Number 4.
I think the two-wheel drives, Dan, after watching here tonight, I think the track has got them kind of by storm. They're all kind of too much gear in them for what they probably normally run here. They went over their notes from last couple years, and here tonight, I don't, for whatever reason, seems like it's taking quite a bit more power in the two-wheelers.
Yeah, we're seeing that, and, going to come back to, Chad Mayhill's got his second truck back there. We got, the Nelson sitting back there, and I would take a look here at Jonathan Payne. He's already been down the track once already with his first truck, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here on their second runs with their other vehicles. So Jonathan Payne, new truck to him. This one here, a Chevy S10, doesn't have the name on it just yet. Out of Georgetown, Indiana, just outside of Louisville. Now he'll be coming on back with his first truck, the Ford machine, the Rampage, at the bottom of the field. So as our test puller, that was his option. So he is going to drop to last in the class. So we'll see the Chevrolet up next here out of Southern Indiana. Yeah, John, I think we're going to park another one in about that 300-foot mark out there as Jonathan Payne A nice run here, a guy that came to two-wheel drive via Pro Stock, four-wheel drive trucks.
307.84 for Haley Carrender. 307.84. One more to go here. Brett Berg coming back with the cash cow as he had the kill switch pulled on it, so he'll be coming back for one last pass.
All right, so 293 and 72. 293 and 72 for Jonathan Payne. We'll put him in that number 5 spot with his second truck there, the Chevy S10. So number 5 for Jonathan Payne.
$12,860 has been raised for our half a pallet of beer and booze.
Fans, give yourself a nice round of applause. Great job here tonight, Hillsboro. And a great fundraising here is going to help some fine folks out there with this here this weekend.
So all the money here is going to Mike Escutia, who has stage 4 cancer. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you so much, Hillsboro. We'll be drawing the ticket right after the last mini rod here. So get your tickets out ready for the beer pallet and the shopping cart of booze and wine. It's a green ticket.
Yeah, if you...
Jake from State Farm's already planning on it.
You got a better deal over there. What's going on here, John? We were talking about splitting. And,
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
It's business, Dan.
Yes,
just business.
That's business.
Brett Berg, the cash cow, coming out here. He had the kill switch pulled inadvertently. The zip tie. They put a zip tie on him, so if that little zip tie gets pulled, they know that kill switch was inadvertently pulled, so they're giving him another shot at it. And he had a good run going. But like Stacy said, that's awful hard on the millhouse when you got her wide open and you shut her down.
All right, so we got the overload entry over on the two-wheel drive side. Scott Nearing, Reedsburg, Wisconsin. Another tough run in Badger State truck. Now, there's 5 of them in the field, and boy, they are tough. We have seen that time and time again when they kind of dabble on the Champions Tour.
This is a new truck for him this year, and he's really been working on dialing it in. And I talked to him here before the poll, and they had some good hopes here tonight. They think they got a good setup in it, and checking the weather here and setting the fuel and the gear in it. So let's see what they got.
All right, fans, so still going to work that right side of the track here, working that right corner. So the truck out of Reedsburg, Wisconsin. Scott Nearing, the overload.
Well, he didn't run it out of power. He had the right gear in her anyway.
Yeah, we're just about to that halfway point here in the two-wheel drive class. I think we're going to start seeing them moving around a little bit here. We've worked that right side pretty much the whole class so far.
We've seen Jason Round in the Pro Stock class, Dan. He come at it at an angle. He got right in there and won the class. You know, he cross-tracked it from the right side all the way over to the left and had a good pass. So with the one tractor, the other tractor, he did take the right-hand side, industrial force.
Our man Scoop's got something for us.
I got a scoop for you, boys. Down there, Brett Berg with his Mini Modified. When the kill switch got pulled on that, it smoked the points box. and they're doing a quick change. Luckily they had a spare, and luckily they had the spare on the tow vehicle, so they're swapping it out right now. He's getting a lot of help down there. But them point box, I know for a fact they're $1,000, but that's for a 20 now. 44, it might be a little bit more.
And you're hard on points boxes, so you would know.
Well, and the thing is, when they go south on you, you don't know it. They didn't know that points box was smoked until right now when they went to fire it up and it wouldn't fire. So, I mean, they had a little bit of time. They could have changed it if they'd have known ahead of time. But them things give no indication when they're going to go south on you. So they're down there swapping one out right now. And they got a whole bag of zip ties. I know that they're putting on it. And they're getting a lot of help. Brett Berg, he's obviously partnered up or buddied up with the Midnight Motorsports bunch on this mini rod.
All right, I got my little buddy Miles here. He's going to draw the ticket out of here for the beer and the shopping cart, the booze, wine, or whatever. Miles, reach in there nice and deep, mix your hand around, and pull me out a ticket, buddy. Miles from Wannywalk. All right, I've got the ticket. 904-411. 904-411.
What color's that ticket, John?
Green.
Well, I'm halfway there.
904-411. I don't hear anybody hooting yet.
Yeah, I'm not in the right zip code.
No, neither's Jake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of side panel dangling on it there, coming down through. Did it happen again? Must be catching something.
Yeah, he's going back there and looking again there. As we saw didn't spin out like we normally, kind of cut out on him again.
Well, he's out of the mini rod, fans. Let's give him a round of applause. Brett Berg and the Cash Cow.
Yeah, he says enough of that mini rod stuff. I'm going to go back and hop on the seat of my 4-engine super modified tractor.
Oh, yeah, they're going to school over there on the two-wheel drive side. Jeremy Nelson, Sydney, Illinois, with the Midnight Gambler 1941 Dodge. And he is going to be right there in the mix.
Yeah, the kill switch was good on Brett Berg's tractor that second time. There was not an issue with the kill switch. All was good there.
All right, fans, so distance for Jeremy Nelson. Midnight Gambler 304 and 47. Good run, 304 and 47. And that will put Jeremy in the number 4 spot currently here. Of course, Dad Dale leads the way, forever hooked at 310 and 21. Number 2 spot is Misty Nelson with the Midnight Chaos at 306.54. Michael White in that number 3 spot with the Addiction at 305.96. And then we'll place the Midnight Gambler and Jeremy Nelson, number 4, at 304 and 47. So that'll lead us in here to Jim Corey and the Midnight Obsession out of Bedford, Indiana. Jansen Smith stimulus package. And then Chad Haggerty with that Hillbilly Hot Rod, our next 3 up.
A 904-411, a green ticket, 904-411. Come on over, claim your prize for us so we know you're here. Your rundown, top 3 for the modified mini rod, top 3. Third place going to Abby Leischner, the Dirt Slinger. Second place, going to Tanner Nelson with half past midnight out of Altamont, Illinois. Your winner here tonight out of Sydney, Illinois, going to be Jeremy Nelson with Category 1. That's your top 3 modified mini rod. Please come right down to the winner's circle and see our buddy Stacy Scoop Butson.
Scoop, huh? The Midnight Motorsports finished first and second in that?
Yeah, Jeremy Nelson drove the Category 1. That would be Peter Norton's tractor, I do believe.
Yeah, yep. them truck pullers are adapting the mini modifieds pretty well.
All right, fans, another one of our rookies out on the Champions Tour here in two-wheel drive. As we have the Midnight Obsession, Jim Corey out of Bedford, Indiana. Midnight Obsession, Chevy S10. Now he comes in here tonight, currently number 12 in points, northwest of that Louisville area. Another one of the pro stock four-wheel drive guys stepping on up here running two-wheelers. All right, fans, here we go. The Midnight Obsession out of southern Indiana. All right, guys, so there we saw it right there. Jim Corey, he tried that left side. Started on the right side, kind of drifted over to the ref's side here, and looks like going to come up a little bit short. Just trying something a little bit different. So the pull distance will come up here for Jim Corey at 287 and 95. 287 and 95. So no change there in our top 5 as we get ready to go. Super modified tractors will be up next. 3 and 4 engine machines. All right, fans, so Dylan Owens going to be our test puller over on the super modified side. Amitas Tires Super Modified. Of course, Dylan out of Montgomery, New York, going to get us started here as our test puller.
I got some scoop for you. These boys hurt this thing over in Rockwell, Iowa last weekend. Drove all the way back to New York to fix it. Just got it done yesterday. They left at 4 o'clock, I think. 1,100 miles to get here to the Hillsboro Charity Pull tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Stacy had to scratch last Saturday night down in Mount Sterling. Just weren't able to make that tractor run last week. So test puller here, Dylan Owens. A third generation puller, going to get us started here. He calls this tractor the Thorn. Working that left-hand chalk line. I see you looking over there, Stacy. Did he keep it in?
That's not for me to call, but he's a braver man than I am, I'll tell you that. Whoa.
Yeah, shot out of a cannon out there. Went down that left sideline. Fans, let's give him a nice round of applause. Dylan Owens, our test puller.
904-411 is the winning ticket for the beer and the booze, and we haven't had anybody come forward yet, so we're going to put it on the Hillsboro Charity Tractor Pull Facebook page, and you got till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to come get it. So all of you that have green tickets, hang on to them and watch our Facebook page, because if they don't claim it by 10, they're going to draw another number. There'll be a phone number to call on there if you got it. So
there you go. If you got that number, you got till 10 a.m. Central Time.
That's the scoop.
That's the scoop.
That's the scoop.
All right, back over two-wheel drive side. Jansen Smith, the Dodge Dakota stimulus package. Dry Ridge, Kentucky will be up next.
So Dylan Owens is not going to take that first pull. He's going to drop and come back. Drop and come back. So they're going to make some changes to that thing before they come back.
Yeah, right up against that left-hand chalk line. We have seen that how many times over the years, and it's cost a lot of competitors out there.
We found the winner. Oh, he's coming. Hey, Dan, we could still, try and talk him out of a couple cases or something.
All right.
Yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
See what we can work here.
Still working those blower motors awful hard. Got to be a 2,000 RPM drop when they really start working them.
Looks like we got about 5 weights in the box here tonight, about 10,000 pounds in the weight box here. And stop at these super modified two-wheelers. So 289 and 28 will be the distance. 289 and 28, the distance for Jansen Smith.
The Rhino Egg Judge coming out of Columbus, Indiana, Galen Pargy.
Yeah, John, this week they added that third turbine to this tractor. They've been running regional here throughout the year. We actually saw them a couple weeks ago down at the Elkhart County Fair in Goshen, Indiana. Had a nice run there with both of their tractors down there, but kind of had to rob some parts and pieces off of that one to make this one here. But one of last year's winners right here, the Judge Next Generation. Got 3 of those T55 jet turbines on it. Now, those are not jet propulsion turbines. They're shaft driven. They do have a gearbox on the back side of them. So once again, Dylan Owens turned down that test pull hook. So this will be our first official hook here in our super modified class here tonight.
Langer Farms and Egg Services sponsoring the super modified tractor. They're not just a class of sponsors. They're here tonight to celebrate and honor the amazing customers during their annual customer appreciation night. Langer Farms are a full ag retail provider, including seed sales, Meristrom crop performance products, seed treating, starter fertilizer, soil sampling, and tissue sampling. They also offer custom farm services along with spraying application and ground rig or drone. Great sponsor here tonight. Langer Farms and Meristrom crop performance products. So let's give them a round of applause, sponsoring our super modified class here tonight in Hillsboro.
All right, so when you see that Geo tracker make its way to the end of the track, you know that they have got all 3 of those turbine engines up and fired, and are getting them up to, well, about 85% of maximum RPM out there. They'll get them up and spinning. Listen, you'll start hearing the RPMs come up. Oh, yeah, stout run right there for the judge. Fans, let's give him a nice round of applause. A former belt buckle winner here in Hillsboro back in 2016.
The Hillbilly Hot Rod coming out. He's a body man by trade. Have you ever heard of Ring Brothers that got the show cars that go to Vegas and all the big shows?
Yes.
This is the guy that paints them.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he built this body all by hand, painted it. It's one sharp-looking truck. Chad Haggerty.
All right. The Hillbilly Hot Rod, Gaze Mills, Wisconsin. Going to be followed by Wayne Timmerman's Showtime and Jared Nelson's Midnight Revenger. Here we go. All right, so we saw the Hot Rod down working this left side. Started on the right side, kind of let it drift down here to the bottom or left side of the track. But still coming up short here, two-wheel drives. We're down to a handful left to go here.
$300.17 for the Rhino Egg judge of Caitlin Bargy. 300.17. Up next will be the 1X dirt slinger Matt Johnson out of Archie, Missouri.
All right, fans, so we'll get Chad Haggerty shut down. 278 and 25. 278 and 25 will be the distance here in our Royal Bank Super Modified two-wheel drive class here tonight. So it looks like we've got Wayne Timmerman Showtime, Cuba City, Wisconsin. They are our final of our Badger State competitors here in the two-wheel drive class. And, you know, John, earlier we saw in the Pro Stock class, the Badger State competitors, 4 out of the 5 positions in that class. Incredible.
They come to play here tonight in Hillsboro, that's for sure. Co-sanction event here at Badger State in the Pro Pulling League for a couple classes here tonight. So brought some extra iron with them and had a good time here in Hillsboro. What a great night.
Yeah, it just goes to show you they can run with anybody anywhere. Those Badger State competitors, so great job for them. We'll see if they can do it again tomorrow night. Once again, 6 o'clock start time tomorrow night. We'll have another 6 classes. We'll go tomorrow at noontime. We'll have 4 classes tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, John, we'll have our light pro stocks and limited pros will make their first appearance of the weekend tomorrow afternoon.
A 1X dirt slinger coming out, Dan. Driven by Matt Johnson out of Archie, Missouri.
Yeah, Archie, Missouri, just south of the Kansas City area. Now you see the 1X on the side of this tractor. Now, when he's not running his super modified tractor, he's got a couple dirt cars that he runs. He's got a dirt modified as well as a dirt late model. And of course, his number is 1X. So this is the 1X dirt slinger, teamed up with Bill Leichner and Shannon Leichner in the last couple of years and put a brand new chassis underneath this tractor for 2025. And a matter of fact, the first event of the season, 1 week to go, they had 4 crankshafts they were waiting on, and they, within less than a week, they got everything back together and ready to go. So it's been a lot of work, but Matt's been able to make some real nice runs with this tractor. It's a second season of running the 1X dirt slinger, and let's see what he can put down here tonight. Of course, that turbine out front right now at 300 and change. All right, here we go, fans. Slack out of the chain. The 1X Dirt Slinger. And nice straight run right there for Matt Johnson.
All right, fans, get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. 50-50 raffle tickets, get them out, get them out. We're going to draw. Okay, $1,927, Dan. You may be richer. Big ticket. Ticket number 062375. 062375. I better look at my tickets.
You have that lucky number. Come on up here to the announcer's stand and collect your prize. Once again, 062375. You got that number? $1,927 richer here tonight. Oh, yeah, good run right there, fans. Wayne Timmerman, the Showtime out of Cuba City, Wisconsin. He's definitely going to shake the order up here in two-wheel drive. Good run.
Well, Dan, I don't have the ticket. Do you?
I don't know. I'm going to take a look here. I'm scared to look. If you didn't have it, I bought them right after you did.
You probably don't either, yeah. 062375. You're the winner. Come on up. 062375.
Well, you dodged two big bullets up here. We didn't have it, so.
Yeah, you talk about being busy. I was looking for the Nelsons to give them their first and second place awards for the mini modifieds, and I'm looking around, and I come to find out, well, we got 2 more trucks to run. I said, how much stuff did you guys bring? 4 two-wheel drive trucks, and they're in charge of 5 mini rods tonight because Peter Norton's at a bachelor party, so they took care of his 2 also. And the classes are running at the same time. Can you say hectic?
Oh, yeah. Hey, you got a tough luck award down there. Kim's got the award for you there.
Yeah, I already talked to the one boy down there, and he's supposed to get after Dad. I don't know.
Stacy, the tough luck awards written on there should be Greg Elsing.
Yeah, I talked to younger boy.
Avery?
Yeah, I talked to Avery. He was going to text him and get him down here.
Okay.
All right, fans, over on the two-wheel drive side, 300.49 the distance for Wayne Timmerman, and Showtime here tonight just outside of that top 5, 300.49.
Matt Johnson with 288.55. 288.55. Up now out of Farmington, Minnesota, Brett Berg, rank seed moneymaker coming at us. And he moved the sled way over to the right-hand side, Dan. So we got the winner The winner of the beer. And who do we have here?
Travis Schultz.
Travis Schultz. So you get a shopping cart, a variety of stuff, some wine and booze and beer. What are you going to do?
I've had a lot of people stop me just on the way over, so I don't think I'll have a problem getting rid of it. So, gonna party.
Gonna party. Let's give a round of applause.
All right, fans, we go back over the two-wheel drive side. Current national points leader, Jared Nelson, and that Midnight Revenger 2007 Chevy Colorado. Getting ready to go to work here tonight. 2 wins on the season. Let's see if he can do it again here tonight. Oh, boy, they keep taking shots here, but coming up short once again. 2-time national champion here, Jared Nelson, looking for number 3 here this year. Not going to get it here tonight. Not going to pick up that win.
Okay, fans, 062375. You're on the TikTok shop right now. You got 5 minutes to come up here to announcer stand and tell us, or we're going to redraw. We're going to redraw. You got 5 minutes. You're on the clock. 062375 is the number, and it's $1,927. If you do not come forward here in 5 minutes, we're going to redraw.
Don't throw those tickets away.
What'd you say the number was? 8675309?
Yeah, give that a call.
I bet they might play that song over there tonight.
They might, yeah, they might. The Spicy Tie Band. 062375. Last call, last call.
Hey, and John, you know what? Since the music they play spans decades, I'll know about 6 decades worth of their music.
You should, yeah, you should. 280.31 for Brett Berg, 280.31 for the ranked seed moneymaker. Up next, out of Weldon, Illinois, going to be Jed Leichner, the Dirt Slinger on the modified side. Your leader sitting out there at 300.17 is Galen Bargy with the Rhino Egg Judge.
All right, distance on the two-wheel drive side. Jared Nelson with the Midnight Revenger goes 295 and 82. 295 and 82. With 3 trucks left to go, Chad Mayhill will bring up the 2-time and Ford. Bethany Nelson with her Sweet Revenge Chevrolet, and then Jonathan Payne will be our final two-wheeler.
We got our Hard Luck Award recipient down here, Greg Elsing, and this is brought to you by Empathy Health by Gunderson. And Greg, we got you a package here. It contains Band-Aids for superficial wounds and even more superficial excuses. It's got a cold pack to soothe the burn of defeat. And we also got post-surgical gauze sponges to plug the gaping hole in your pride. And also we got some Vaseline in there, whatever you think you might need that for. And a little empathy. And I think, Greg, this is for dumping all your oil on the track. And Hard Luck Award winner here at the Hillsboro Charity Pool.
Thank you, Stacy. We could have used this at the end of the track there. I don't know if you know Ryan Rosnick is down there. He was dehydrated and he fell off the wall when we were watching the track. And could have used a first aid kit to help him out.
There we go. A good sport, Greg Elsing, with his Hard Luck Award kit. I like that. That's pretty good.
The Dirt Slinger, Jed Leichner, Weldon, Illinois, coming to the line here in Hillsboro. You got a couple minutes left on your 50-50 ticket number. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You better come up here.
Tick, 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 tick.
We still might win, Dan. You never know. Oh, now we're getting yelled at. Never mind, never mind. Yes, dear. Uh-oh, look at here. Look at here. Oh, we might have winner chicken dinner. Let's see, we're going to verify. We got Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe and Associates right here verifying the numbers. And it is winner chicken dinner. Where are you from?
My dad is from Trempealeau. That's the one who won it, Jim Martin.
Oh, Jim Mark. Well, congratulations, Jim. $1,927. It has been verified. Hillsboro FFA. Thank you for coming to Hillsboro. He grabbed Grandpa's money, did he? Oh, there'll be no Christmas presents for you. Oh, just like Dad. Yeah. All right, let's give a round of applause.
All right. We Cheatham and Howe.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
We Cheatham and Howe.
And Associates. They got Associates, yep.
All right.
There's now, quit yelling at us. We can't do nothing about it now here.
All right, fans, two-wheel drive side. Last week's winner, Chad Mayhill. Wow, really turning the RPM, Chad Mayhill. Last week's winner with a two-time Ford out of Reynolds, Indiana, makes his run. We'll send it down trackside with Stacy.
Hey, we got our third place finish here in our mini modified competition, sponsored by Bitzman Enterprises. Abby Leischner, congratulations on a fine third place finish on what I was told was a mild tune-up.
Very mild. It's a brand new motor, so we want to keep it together.
Well, you sure handled the job. Shannon says we'll tune it up for you tomorrow.
That's what he says. I'm just the lucky one that gets to sit in the seat. All the boys do the wrenching and the tuning on it. So,
you guys got, you take care of the Dirt Slinger 1X tractor also. You guys stay pretty busy.
yeah, this year we're definitely staying busy with 2 mods and 2 minis.
Anybody else you want to thank?
Yeah, all the boys behind me. Like I said, I'm just the lucky one that gets to sit in the seat. So I'm excited to see what this motor does.
Well, we'll get her tune up tomorrow. Congratulations tonight on third place. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Third place tonight, Abby Leischner in the mini modifieds. And they're pretty happy with that because I can see Shannon smiling. He knows that thing's got about 300 more horse in it when he wicks it up. Brand new engine. They didn't want to kill it the first time out.
284.21 for Jed Leischner, puts him in third so far in the mods. Your leader still sitting out there, Galen Bargy, with the Rhino Egg Judge at 300.17. Sitting in second so far is Matt Johnson with the 1X Dirt Slinger. Up next, out of Mauston, Wisconsin, will be Dave Walsh with the Meristem Crop Performance mod coming out.
And fans over on the two-wheel drive side, we wind things down. Just 2 left to go here. Bethany Nelson with the Sweet Revenge Chevrolet will be up next. And then Jonathan Payne's Rampage Ford, our 2 final competitors here in super modified two-wheel drive. Dale Nelson has led the way since the get-go at 3:10.21 spot. The number 2 hook in the class, and it has held so far in this class with 2 left to go. We'll see if Dale can hang on for his second win of the season here with the Forever Hook Ford. All right, fans, so Dave Walsh, Boston, Wisconsin, will bring out the Meristem Crop Performance Old Red Tractor. There they are over across the way. Cheer them on, fans. This is it. This is one of your 3 here tonight. Tommy Owens will follow with the Ramblin' Rose, and then Dave Walsh will come on back with the 4 Aces entry. Got 3 T64s here.
Furthest over I've seen anybody tonight so far on this side track, on the pit side. He's way over there, way right of center as he's sitting in the seat. So I wonder, is he going to come across in an angle, or is he going to stay on the right side? The Walsh brothers getting ready to go to work here in Hillsboro. Sponsored by Meristem Crop Performance Products.
All right, fans, once you see that little Jeep pull away from the start line, of course, that Jeep filled with a bunch of batteries. They'll hook up the batteries to these turbines and get them up and spinning until he has all 3 of those engines up and going.
He was going to try the cross track. I think he's getting too close there and backed out of it. Too close to the sideline and had to get out of it. Tough break for Mr. Walsh. They're pretty rough there, about 75 foot too, Dan, as we watch tractor kind of start jumping around and being a little upset.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, John. Once they start hopping like that, you start seeing, trouble in the rear end and different things go bad on these tractors. So don't like to see that at all.
Yeah, and a turbine tractor, when you get off the throttle, that's it. You really don't get off and get back on them very well.
244.34, 244.34. Up next will be the Ramblin' Rose, Tom Owens out of Montgomery, New York on the modified side.
All right, fans, over on the 2-wheel drive side, Bethany Nelson, Altamont, Illinois. She comes in here tonight, number 2 in the national points, 1 win on the season. That down at the Vanderburgh County Fair down in Evansville. The only 3-time 2-wheel drive winner in PPL history. She's been a 3-time champion, the only one to ever do so. As she'll back in that good-looking 1972 Chevrolet she calls the Sweet Revenge. Now, fans, take a look where she spotted that sled. She's rolling the dice. First one we've seen go left of center here in 2-wheel drive. Is it going to work? We're going to find out. All right, where's all the ladies out there? One more shot. The ladies, here we go.
She was on the brake to keep that truck in bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Pulled to that right side of the track, had to touch that brake.
And that's the final vehicle for the Midnight Motorsports team that they brought, that they had to keep track of tonight. They brought 4 two-wheel drive trucks, and then they brought 2 or 3 of their own mini rods, and then they took care of Peter Norton's mini modifieds because he's at a bachelor party. So, the Midnight Motorsports team tonight took care of 4 two-wheel drive trucks and 5 mini rods, and the classes ran at the same time.
Stacy, you run out of toes? We seen you count down there.
Yeah. That's a lot of stuff.
Oh, Scoop Butson, he's busy.
He's busy down there.
He's busy.
Putting numbers together and everything.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. You're doing a bang-up job here tonight, Scoop.
294.92 for Bethany Nelson, 294.92. And we have stacked up a whole bunch of two-wheelers in that 290-foot range here tonight as we are down to 1. Jonathan Payne with the Ford out of Georgetown, Indiana, the Rampage.
Here we go with the Ramblin' Rose. Tom Owens out of Montgomery, New York, coming to the starting line. Distance to beat is 300.17, held by the Rhino Egg judge, Kalen Bargy.
Now, fans, Montgomery, New York, just about an hour outside of New York City. Now, also, one thing familiar about Montgomery, New York, it's in Orange County, New York. Orange County Choppers many years ago, and they were right in the same vicinity as the Hillcrest Farms where the Owens call home.
I see Big Daddy from Orange County Choppers is in Sturgis. There's been sightings already.
Yeah, he got a hold of it, fans. This is going to be close. A good run for the Ramblin' Rose.
The distance for Tom Owens, Ramblin' Rose, 289.33. 289.33, good for second. Good for second, unofficial. Galen Bargy still holding the lead at 300.17. Now we're going to take a look at the 4 aces of Dave Walsh out of Mauston. Last two-wheeler coming up out.
Yeah, we see the Jonathan Payne of Rampage Ford making its way to the starting line here. Now, we saw him about an hour and a half ago, our test puller. He turned down his run of 300.16. 300.16. He turned down that distance, and as we take a look here, looks like that would have put him outside of the top 5. So would have put him outside of the top 5 if he would have kept that distance. So going to start over here on the left side. Our final truck already been down the track once. Well, actually twice with his other truck. The Chevy S10. So 1 to go here. Dale Nelson, our leader, forever hooked, 3:10 and 21 as he's staring down his second win of the season. As he's got to dodge just one more bullet, and it's right here, this Ford. All right, here we go. Track is clear. All right, well, he gave it a shot. He gave it a shot here tonight, fans, but do believe going to come up short as we take a look over on the two-wheel drive side. We'll wait officially on the numbers.
Walsh brothers coming out. The four aces coming out, and looks like they moved the sled back way over to the right there, so definitely trying some uncharted waters here.
Yeah, going to try over there right of center once again. We saw that with the Maristem crop performance. Old red tractor out a little bit to go, and going to try it here with the four aces now. Different turbine setup on this tractor. He'll run the Pratt & Whitney turbines on this particular tractor, where we saw the GE turbines, the T64s, on his red tractor. So the green one coming out will have the 64s as well. So we're not done yet. We still got some tough run-in modifieds to go. We'll get our top five sorted out on the two-wheel drive side. All right, fans, so it looks like finishing up in the number 5 spot in our two-wheel drive class here tonight going to be Chad Mayhill with the P5. Number 4 spot here tonight will be Jeremy Nelson with the Midnight Gambler. Number 3 here tonight will go to Michael White, the Addiction Chevrolet. Number 2 spot will be Misty Nelson with Midnight Chaos. And, of course, our winner here tonight for the second time in 2025 going to be Dale Nelson with Forever Hook the Ford. Will take the win at 3:10 and 21. Well, fans, let's give all our two-wheel drive competitors a nice round of applause, as we've still got just a couple modifieds left to run here for session number 1.
Well, he took a trip to Dairy Queen and did not get any ice cream for that run right there.
Yeah, he mowed down the sign at the drive-thru, I think. He's so far out. Hey, I got our mini modified first and second place finishers down here, the Midnight Motorsports team. And you just gave the rundown for the two-wheel drives. They finished second and fourth in the two-wheel drives also. So you stick around. Yeah, because we got to take care of that too. Yeah.
That's a direct order.
Boy, yeah, you stick around, you take a hike. Boy.
Wow.
Boy.
Hey, now, we got Tanner. Tanner, you finished second here tonight. Congratulations. That had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it felt good. Wish I kind of could have got around my old man, but I'll take it easy on him tonight and hopefully get him tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, okay, Pops. What do you got to say about that? Your winner, Jeremy.
Well, he's got me 2 times now, so he won the last 2, so I ended his streak. So I guess who better to end his streak than his own dad? So, but it's an honor to pull with him and to finish at the front with him. I mean, I think hands down he's probably the best rookie driver that's been out. I mean, he just knows what he's doing. I mean, for a rookie, you'd never know he's a rookie out here. So it's been fun to run with him and watch him run. So me and Jared bought that mini rod kind of with him in mind coming here. And we played with it last year, and then he gets to jump in it this year, and he's done so good we ain't kicked him out yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick him out. You're a pretty quick study on this.
I got a lot of good teachers. My dad, Jared, Jordan, a great team behind me, and to top it off, we have great equipment to go with that.
Yeah, that certainly helps a lot. Anybody else you want to thank?
Yeah, we got to thank our whole Midnight Motorsports team. I mean, you said it best. We run a small fleet of vehicles here, and they run at the same time, so that takes a lot of help. And anybody that pitched in any way, it's appreciated because we needed it tonight. So, you know, Jared Jordan, John Card, Sassy Engines, got to thank, you know, Brian Knox and Boyd. They build the motor. Peter Norton, this was his tractor. I'm just the wheel man this year, and we've been close a couple times. Finally got him a win, so he couldn't be here tonight, so I got to wheel both of them, so it made me even busier. So just just happy to pull out a win and a second place with Tanner. And then we got Brett up there at the front too. So it was a good night.
Yeah, that was busy. So that was Peter Norton's tractor you actually won on.
Yeah, that's Peter's, the one I drove all year. I haven't ever drove the purple one. I drove it tonight, so I don't know. It was up there decent, but we got some work to do on it. But it's been fun running his stuff and teaming up with him because he's been in the pro stock ranks for a while. So we're getting him schooled on this mini rod stuff along with us, and it's been fun along the way.
Oh, I bet. And not to mention just a little bit of work.
Yeah, it is. No, it's a lot of work, but results like this make it pay off. You know, you don't always get results like this, so you're doing a lot of work but for nothing. But these nights are what makes you drive to go again the next day.
Yeah, that's good. Your award sponsored by Bitsman's Enterprises here tonight. Congratulations, guys. Enjoy the evening, and you'll have a little more peaceful day tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to go relax a little bit. We're split up into sessions tomorrow, so that'll help immensely, but we are going to celebrate a little bit.
Enjoy it. Congratulations, guys. First and second place mini modifieds, the Midnight Motorsports team. Give them a big hand. I get tired just talking to them, for crying out loud.
Well, you're getting kind of old and long in the tooth, so yeah, we can see that. Linden Station, Wisconsin, Ron Langer. Meristem Crop Performance at the starting line. Walsh Brothers Mod.
John, they're still over there. They're whooping it up. The folks from Meristem Crop Performance. Come on, guys, one last time. Gotta love Walsh Brothers going back to that Irish green over here on their third turbine entry. Candy apple green for so many years, and of course started with Dad John many, many years ago.
I see the Jeep pulling off. We're about ready for flight. Runway 11 is clear. He had a good pass going. He was really moving. See how long it takes, for him to spool down. Those tires kept spinning and digging. Those differentials in the planetaries definitely go through some abuse in these mods. 269.32, 269.32. Two more to go. Two more mods to go. We're going to see the Simon Says mod out of Farley, Iowa, driven by Brandon Simon here next.
And then we'll go back to the top of the class with Dylan Owens will be our final tractor.
Yep.
Our test puller that turned down his run. Stacy's down in the winner's circle.
I didn't have to go very far to find Misty Nelson, our runner-up, second place in the super modified two-wheel drive class. Congratulations, Misty. Boy, what a night for the Midnight Motorsports team.
Yeah, it was a real good night. We've been real busy, and I got to thank Tanner for giving up his ride tonight. When they were going to run minis and two-wheelers together at about the same time, Tanner's like, Mom, you can run my truck tonight.
Oh, that's pretty nice of Tanner.
What a nice boy.
Right? Yeah, it's the second time I got to run this year, so I've had 2 passes.
Oh, Tanner, that's very nice of you to let your mom drive your truck. Anybody else you want to thank? I know Jeremy said an awful lot, too.
Yeah, I got to thank, Jeremy and our whole team, and John Card with Sassy Engines, and Chad Mayhill for the tires, and SSI blowers.
Yeah, very good. Congratulations, you guys. You guys are an asset to the sport. We love having you here. You guys are a class act. You bring top-notch equipment, and you perform very well.
Thank you very much.
All right. Midnight Motorsports, Misty Nelson, second place here tonight, driving Tanner's truck. That's pretty good. Yeah. And now, and look at this. We're not done yet. We got your winner, super modified two-wheel drive trucks, Dale Nelson. Dale, how long have you been pulling two-wheel drive trucks?
1982.
1982. Let's see, that's 40-some years ago.
Can't count that far.
Well, congratulations winning the Hillsboro charity pull. That's got to feel pretty good.
This is one of the best. Don Slama puts on a heck of a show, so glad to get here. Maybe get a chance for that belt buckle now. So.
Them kids of yours, they're pretty good too.
They're not going to back off. So.
Yeah, they didn't just give it to Dad tonight, did they?
No, I guarantee you they didn't do that. So I wouldn't let them do that. So.
Anybody you want to thank quick?
Oh, I got to thank my wife Glenda and Brian Knox for motor work down there at Boyd's and Boyd's and Sons, SSI blowers, Chad Mayhew for tires, and just goes on and on. So
yeah,
you guys do a heck of a job. So.
Oh, thank you very much, Dale. Congratulations winning the Hillsboro Charity Championship tractor pull. You guys done good.
Nothing better than this one.
Yeah, all right. Congratulations, Nelson. Give Dale Nelson a big hand. He's been pulling since 1982, and he just won Hillsboro. He just won the Hillsboro charity pull, and that's pretty good.
Here we go, fans. Oh, the hottest modified in modified competition, fans. He did it again. Brandon Simon. Simon says.
About 200-foot mark, I seen his right foot buried, and I mean buried in that brake pedal to keep that thing in.
Boy, I just looked at the rut down here, straight as a string. Looked like somebody snapped a line, and he ran right on it.
What a run.
Well, fans, current points leader coming in here this weekend to Hillsboro. 5 wins on the season.
Well, he had to go by 300.17. He only went 333.46. New leader, Brandon Simon. The Simon says. One more modified to go to round out our first session here tonight. Stacy?
Well, I got Michael White down here, our third place finisher in the super modified two-wheel drive truck sponsored by Royal Bank. Michael, congratulations, third place finish here at the Hillsboro Charity Pull. Got to feel pretty good.
Yes, sir, it does. It's the best we've ever done here, and we've always struggled here. It's a good place to come and pull, and just glad to be here.
Yeah, well, what was your trick to cracking the top 3 out of a class of 20 of the best in the country?
Well, I don't know. I thought I'd done didn't do that good of a job, but, I think the track played in our favor a little bit. I think the track maybe went away a little bit.
Well, you got to have a little luck, too, sometimes.
I'd rather be lucky as good.
yeah. Luck's a lot cheaper than being good sometimes.
It's a lot cheaper in parts.
You got that right. Michael White, congratulations here. Third place at the Hillsboro Charity Pull.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. All right, third place winner, super modified two-wheel drives. Give him a big hand. He said that's his best finish ever here at Hillsboro. And he's been coming a long time. He's been very much a regular up here at Hillsboro.
Well, he's going to have another shot at it tomorrow. See if he can improve on that third place.
Go for the buckle.
That's right. We're giving buckles away tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow's buckle day. You betcha. And
Montana Silversmith belt buckles. When they're done here and we get all done, Don calls out there and they break the mold. They're done once. It's a one-time only thing. You don't get any more. Last one of the night coming out now will be Dylan Owens out of Montgomery, New York. Thorn. He was the test hook. Got pretty close to the left-hand side. Did not like it. Dropped the hook. And coming back in the last spot. So very last one here. So fans, stick around. We got the Spicy Tie Band that's going to be starting out here in a few minutes.
Yeah, Stacy's getting all fired up down there. He's going to head on over to see the band.
Yep, shake a jig over there. He's quite the dancer today. You should have seen him in the beer tents years ago.
What's our top 3 in the mods right now?
Top 3 in the mods.
I think I know Brandon Simon's leading.
Galen Bargy.
Yep. And looks like Ramblin' Rose, Tom Owens, 289. That's your top 3. One to go, fans, one to go.
So it looks like he's going to try to take that lane over here on the left side. We just saw Brandon Simon take over that number 1 spot with the Simon Says modified.
He built the road, so I think they're going to try and follow right in the footsteps of where he went. There's another run there and try and get by him.
All right, here we go, fans. The Thorn. Oh! What do you think? Did he do it?
Yeah, I don't know. We're definitely going to shake up the order. That is a fact. He was on the break, too. Just about the same place Brandon was. The Ramblin'... This is Thorn, excuse me. Dylan Owens.
So right now the mark to beat.
333 and change is the mark to beat. The distance, 325.89. Good for second. Good for second. Third place, going to go to Galen Bargy. And number 1 here tonight, the Simon Says, Brandon Simon.
Well, congratulations, the Simon Says Motorsports for the 6th time here in 2025. They'll look to repeat again tomorrow. Once again, fans, 12 o'clock tomorrow, start time. We'll have session number 2, and then we'll go.
Session number 3 at 6 o'clock, 6 more classes. I got Galen Bargy down here.
It seemed like things were a little bit complicated out there for you mini rods tonight. So how were you able to power through and put yourself on top of the podium?
You know, I was just thinking when we was sitting here waiting to do this interview, I had to brace myself whether we was doing trucks or mini rods because the whole night was a blur and the pass was a blur. I know we took the lead when we pulled and I had to run right back and run the other one, and then Tanner was right behind that one. So things got really intense in a really short time, but I was glad to lay one out there with the white tractor, the green tractor, I guess, of Peters that we've been driving all year. And it's been close a couple times, but we finally got a win for him. So, and Tanner's second behind me, so that was even better. That's a good points night for both tractors. So, yeah, I don't know how we got through all that. It's very tiring to run that many vehicles, but I'm glad we got it done with the help of this great team behind us. We couldn't have done it.
Well, now you get to take a deep breath. Think about it real quick, and then you get to celebrate tonight and do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, at least tomorrow we're split sessions, so we got mini rods in the afternoon, trucks in the evening, so that's a big load off. But running, what do we run? I don't even know. Too many vehicles, 5 mini rods, 4 trucks, both of them running at the same time. That's a lot on anybody, but this team behind me is what makes it happen. You know, I got to thank, Boyd Performance, Brian Knox. They do the motor on the green one. John Carr does our motor on the red one. So without great people and great equipment, none of this happens. And then you throw a great team and all that together, and this is what you get is podium finishes, and that's what we need.
They just ran down the track. I'm sure they're not hardly anywhere around. So we'll get that rounded up tomorrow. And you guys can wrap it up, John and Dan. Wrap her up for the day. And we'll see y'all. Maybe you already did wrap it up. We're done. All right. See, what a great night of pulling. Hey, the band should be starting. What's the name of the band, John? Boy, I can hear the band wicking it up over there, John. You going to go over there and check them out? Yeah, what's the name of the band again? Spicy Thai. Spicy Thai. Okay. Well, go on over and check the band out. It's free. You're here. It's all entertainment. And it's early in Wisconsin on a Friday night. We'll see you all tomorrow at noon. So long, everybody.
Good. 10 seconds. I'm so glad you can count.
We skipped a few numbers there.
Dale, it was a pretty early hook in the class when you were able to go out there and take the lead, and you had to wait some more out there. What was it like watching all those bullets come down the track?
Oh, it was hard. That's the hardest thing you got to do right there, sit and watch. When you especially got to watch the boys run at you, you know, that's big bullets to dodge right there. So just lucky it all worked out the way it did. So.
Yeah, you know, you've been doing this a long time. Is it still just as exciting when you get to stand on top of the podium as it was?
There's no comparison. It's just like you was 16 years old. So. And, you know, there's nothing better. Get to stand up here next to you, so.
Yeah, a lot of people want to come see me at the end of the night. I don't think it's because they like me. I think it's because they're winners tonight, and that's what your team is. Congratulations on a great night.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.